Toby team?
Oh, the Toby team one is correct.
Everyone shuts up.
I was waiting
Okay.
for some noise.
Well, you got some noise. Good job.
I was gonna say blood noise, but then it's like, no, Wombat's just as well.
Yeah, right?
Wombat's better than me at making noises.
I think you're being modest. You're both pretty
shoot.
good.
We make different kinds of noises. I make bizarre, usually high-pitched animal noises. Blah makes sort of like distressed grunts most of the time. I don't know.
Strange laughs.
Yes, that too.
So anyway, hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good?
Yep.
Wait, were you asking us or them?
I was asking chat mostly, but I mean, if you guys are doing good, that's cool.
Yay! I had sushi, so I'm happy. I'm a happy wombat.
I'm glad.
What is this music that we have playing right now? It's kind of cool.
This is the final boss theme for Utopia.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's why it sounded familiar.
It is my absolute favorite track in the game. It is amazing.
Hell yeah, dude. I actually am somewhat more prepared this time re-music also, because I was taking notes while listening to a Pokemon music playlist. I mean, I was listening to it just for the background music, but like, I was like, oh, I should take notes on what is good for what, and things, and stuff. In other words. I'm like, giddy. Because, okay, for anyone who was following the Real Talk channel in the Discord, you know that I had one hell of a weekend. Where, so usually, when I'm working, it's usually Friday and Saturday, just like evenings. This week, one of my coworkers, my fellow cashiers, was out sick. So, and we were like severely understaffed. So, I ended up, usually I'm working alongside another cashier both Friday and Saturday, which is good because there's crowds. But on both Friday and Saturday, she went home early because she had been there since like 8. And, so I had to work these long, and I came in early on Saturday, so I was working long shifts alone on some of the busiest days. And then I worked Sunday, which I do not usually work. And Sunday is insane because people get out of church and they're like, let's go to the Italian grocery store and inundate them. And so that's what they do. And fortunately, I had another person with me during that shift, but that was 7 long-ass hours.
Dear God.
Yeah. So I got home and I was like, faceplant. But now I'm free, and I have sushi in my belly, so I'm real happy.
Alright. So, Kyle is still kind of getting his things together, so there might be a moment before we actually get started here, but...
Yep. I can fill the sound with the time with Lego noises if you'd like.
Always appreciated.
But of course.
See you, Mark.
Oh, later, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
I actually have to be right back.
Good luck.
We're being abandoned!
Yep, too bad.
No!
He'll never be back.
Well, looks like it's just you and me now, Diamond.
Alright, perfect.
Hell yeah. Let's take over from those silly boys. Show how it's really done.
first we need to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, I guess there is that. Might be important. Just a little
Then we
tiny
can
bit.
show them how it's really done.
Okay. So I've got the making noises thing down. You've got the sounding calm while dying inside down.
Thank you!
I'm trying to describe what you do, and it's like you always have like this quiet, like stoic delivery of like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm bad at describing people. Can we start again?
What's
Yes?
happening?
Blah.
What?
Apparently I'm dead inside.
What?
That's not what I meant!
Wait, what?
I meant in response to things happening, and then you...
I'm extremely confused right now.
So am I.
When are you not?
Fair point.
Oh, lordy.
Alright, and on that glorious note, I am still
My
technically not
apologies,
ready, but
Diamond.
we're doing it anyway.
I
Welcome
love you,
everybody
Diamond,
to...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just didn't know I sounded like that.
But I mean, like in certain situations, like when you're playing Paprika, she
Yeah.
is inside.
She kind of is, though, yeah.
Yes.
Welcome everybody to session 10!
And then another thing.
You know what, I was about to jokingly
And then-
type a mod command in, but I didn't know if it was actually a mod command, so I wasn't going to kick you. That would have been bad.
Dang.
Welcome everybody to session 10 of campaign known as Toby and Friends. I'm Kyle, your DM.
I'm lost at Figui.
I'm Diamond.
I'm Wombat.
All right, and yeah, sorry for the delay there. I was supposed to get out on time today. I went in early to make sure of this, and that didn't happen. So yeah, I basically got in the door at 6 on the nose. So yeah,
Wow.
sorry about that.
Thanks.
But anyway, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Do we want to? You guys will be introducing your characters. Let's just introduce the characters. Why not?
Introduce the characters.
In what order are we going? Doesn't matter.
Well, Blah should
Well-
probably be first.
Yes.
True.
Don't people already know who our characters are? This is session 10.
Well, I mean,
All right. Never mind then. Blah doesn't care about any new viewers and is asking me to skip past that. So I will.
lol.
But we
And,
shouldn't, because when you consider that we're probably gonna do a recap anyway.
This is Toby, and she's adorable and also currently unconscious because she got beat up by stuff last time.
She's at full health now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask about that, but the
You're
opportunity.
all at
never
full
happened.
health now.
Are we
But
conscious?
not mentally.
I mean, Paprika
You
was
ever
conscious
mentally at
anyway.
full health?
No, I definitely wasn't.
Oh.
Toby probably was at the start of this journey, but now, not so much.
Alright. This Metopia music's amazing, but probably does not suit the beginning of a session.
No, not really.
Yeah.
What? Oh, screw.
Alright.
Works for me.
Hell yeah. Love that sword in the sky.
The nighttime theme is better.
I don't know if
True,
this sets the
you're
right
right.
mood for what just happened, but
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
let me.
this is I'm gonna politely recommend that no.
You're right.
yeah, adventure.
Adventure. Let me see what
Riots and destruction, yeah!
I have.
Okay,
They're all upbeat. What am I supposed to do? I'm like
Bob
looking through
will
my notes.
never appear in this campaign. Mark my words.
Are you sure about that?
No! And that's the problem.
There's gonna be a crossover episode one of these days. It's gonna happen.
I swear to God.
Someone's click-clacking on their keyboard.
No, that one's upbeat as well. Ah!
God, is there any song in the Pokemon world that's, like, specifically somber that isn't also, like, super somber?
Yeah, I feel like emotion from Black and White would be a bit much, for instance.
Yeah, you basically go from happy, pretty happy, sort of happy, the depths of all negative emotions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
Let me see if I could plumb from other fandoms. Give me a sec.
Honestly, yeah, like Pokemon as a series is a bit too lighthearted for this campaign.
Which is why I made this campaign, because I was like, hey, don't you think Pokemon is a little too lighthearted?
Exactly.
But, like, no, I did want to create a campaign with more, mature themes, like, you know, destruction, and, you know, not necessarily everybody being okay at the end of everything.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, are we just gonna jump into this with soaring?
I'm
through the sky?
working on it!
Alright, well, I'm gonna slap down Mona at least.
Let me see. This could work. Nope. Freaking. That's not what I want! Stupid.
Toby's still level 2.
I know.
Never mind. I said nothing.
I
Whoa.
noticed. I know, but I didn't have time to work that.
I wasn't blaming you, but then I realized that it's apparently your job.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, here's an important, small thing. Our trainers, if you go to damage base, you can edit that. Yeah, that's going off the damage base from the handbook. So like, if you have weapon of choice, you're 2. Otherwise, it's 1.
Paprika's 2. Everybody else is 1. And then once you hit level 7, you double your damage base.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And then once you hit level 15, you add 2.
I should write that down. Okay.
It's in the handbook under weapon of choice.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it.
I think it's basically, if you don't have it, you proceed 1. If you have it, you proceed by 2.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds right.
Okay.
Trust
Okay,
me, I specifically balanced some stuff around the fact that I'm like, oh yeah, at level 7, Paprika's just going to ascend into godhood. Good to know.
All it took was a frying pan.
And what else do you really need?
Apparently.
Okay, I'm almost ready. I'm looking for the specific. Ah, here we go.
Well, her name's in the title.
Here we go. Okay.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
That's very
Nailed it.
fitting of a song title given the news story that went out.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. All right.
Final
On that-
Fantasy VI comes to the rescue.
On that note, I'm actually going to we're doing this introduction a bit different this time. Actually, I just need Blah. Mona's the only token that needs to be on this map right now.
Okay.
Although that map is changing,
Oh yeah, are our Pokemon fully healed?
everything is fully healed. It has
Oh.
been it has been X number of days since the event.
Okay.
X is a number which changes depending on which scene we're in, so you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, we're back here. Cool.
Huh.
So Mona, you find yourself in a police interrogation room.
Oh, boy.
Again. You're becoming a bit too familiar with these. But you're not here for, well, okay, a bad reason. You're not here because you're in trouble. Let's put it that way.
Right.
They've been calling in a bunch of, basically the Kalos police force has been working around the clock. They've brought in people from other jurisdictions around the nation and working 24/7 to get as much information as quickly as possible and to protect the people, ensure that there's nothing that happens afterwards, and a bunch of different other tasks. And it's been about like 24 hours, and they finally scheduled you into this room. And you're basically just here waiting for a police officer to come and get a statement.
Oh boy.
And you hear the door open after roughly 10 minutes sitting here alone. And a guy walks in with a clipboard, he like buried in a clipboard, going through, and he basically says, "All right, thank you for waiting. Yeah. And as he sits down and puts down the clipboard, how do you react?"
What? This is one of the Rowdy Rough boys, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This is Cole.
Oh.
All right.
You remember Cole?
I might need a small refresher on who
Okay,
these people are.
so Jonah was the botanist.
He's a sleepy boy.
Alex was the guy who designed items, and Cole is the detective guy who hit on you relentlessly.
And who Toby is enamored of because he's in her favorite show, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon,
Yes.
which is about people solving crime.
Right. Okay, it's all coming back to me now.
So what is your reaction?
I actually kind of let out a chuckle, like kind of stifled, but like, you know, I did not expect to see him here.
What are you? Oh, hey,
Aww.
You seem tense.
Someone give this poor guy a nap.
God, it's been and he stares at his watch for like way too long. Like,
Oh man.
yeah, some number of hours greater than.
I don't
Yeah.
think he has the energy, Pichu.
Yeah, this is a big mood for anyone who's been this sleep deprived before,
And
which
he's
is
a
us, of course,
detective.
because we're engineering or have been engineering students.
All right, you're the last person I need to take a statement from before my shift's over. So, hey, it's nice to see you, but let's just get through this.
What kind of statement, exactly?
I just need, information about what you witnessed, what you did during the thing. You know what I mean,
The thing.
right?
Oh, so you're stalking me now.
Oh my god.
What? Just
Never
to let
live
you
it down.
know, this entire interaction is being recorded, so thank you for that being put on the permanent record for a while.
Oh, good.
This is not the time to play.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I just can't help myself.
Yeah, I get it.
Dog.
So,
Someone give him
Like-
a nap.
you know, can you just tell me about what happened over the last, I don't know, 24 hours? You get the point, okay?
Yeah, I get it. Alright. So, we were about to fight the gym leader when there was a, was it a power outage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, there was a power outage, and we, had to evacuate. And... what, was the city, like, destroyed or something?
So, out of character here. Various parts of the city were looted and, you know, the scenes of riots and stuff.
Right.
So there's plenty of damage.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, so pardon me if my memory isn't perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
How dare you?
You know me, like, I'm probably the worst out of the three of us to put into an interrogation room at the beginning of the session, just saying.
Yeah, but I had to put Cole in this interrogation room, and if I was putting Cole in this room, I rest my case.
Alright.
Nice.
Touché. When we escaped, there was the city was just, there was riots, and we were directed to
Am I boring you? I'm sorry. Am I boring? I'm sorry.
yeah, that would definitely be a Mona-esque reaction if that was in character.
It was in character.
Good. Anyway, riots and whatnot.
Right. Anyway, riots and whatnot.
The building
I'm
was
sorry.
there's a building on fire. We put it out.
Well, that's good. Where was that exactly?
I was like, I want to say like southeast side of town.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's probably fine. And
That's
you
fine.
can see the clipboard he's writing on. This is like barely legible at this point, and he's
Oh,
leaning
no.
on one hand, and he's kind of like just like, you know, slipping almost to rest down on the table, and then perks
Oh my
back
God.
up, and there's a noticeable jerk in the handwriting before it continues.
Kyle, are we drawing from experience falling asleep in class?
No, actually.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds exactly like me when I was falling asleep in class. Not intentionally, I assure you.
Yep.
Anyway.
Right. So riots. There was the fire. There was there was this girl who was missing a Pokemon, and we brought her into the Pokemon Center, and then went out to look for the. It was an Oddish, and we found a guy.
Dun dun dun.
This guy was absolutely insane.
So you found someone, huh?
Yes.
A guy.
I don't know, he was a crazy scientist or something.
Well, I didn't realize that was your type.
What?
Shit.
He is totally out of it.
All right, mister, everything is being recorded. Maybe you should get your act
Sorry,
together.
Alright. Kind of like just slaps his face and he's slightly more attentive. Continue,
Wow.
please.
Alright, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah, we fought him, and there was a bunch of Combi and a Vespiquen. But then the guy... he throws a Pokeball at my friend's Pokemon. And, well, it catches it.
Right, this is the snag machine we've heard about, right?
Yeah, that thing.
Right. Was it the same guy as before?
Yes.
No, it was different from the masked guy. If that's what you were. If that's
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, then...
I figured that was Blah for getting out of character.
Yes, that was totally Plot for getting out of character.
That was me being like, well, I don't quite understand the question, but I don't want to ask for too much clarification, because we've already been kind of dragging this out a bit.
He has no clarification left.
Anyway, yeah, this is a different guy.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about this individual?
Well, he was, he probably had a few screws loose.
Right.
He was standing in a burning ring of fire. We
Oh.
went down, and the flames just went higher!
God dang it. Shut up, voices in my head. Was it
no,
was it his
Mark, I
partner
don't
who had a
think I
briefcase?
So,
The bodyguard.
Somewhere during this part of the discussion,
What?
the lights go out.
Oh, okay, this is fine.
And after a brief moment, you hear a thud from the other side of the table.
What?
Oh.
I get up and oh,
The lights come back on, and Cole is slumped over the table, unconscious.
Aww.
And from behind the chair,
oh my god.
steps Watson.
Watson.
I was wondering when I'd get to see you again.
Yes, you and everybody else. God, this guy was taking far too long. And, he goes over to Cole and pushes him off the chair, and he falls down in a heap on the floor over here.
Cole?
Dane!
Watson then hops up onto the table, grabs the pen he was writing with, looks at the clipboard, and's like, "All right, let's do this. This is complete." Just rips off the sheet, tosses it, hits him in the head, and starts with a new one and begins like going through what he's heard already and actually writing it legibly and with any sort of meaning. And he's pulling more details from you than Cole was.
Oh my
or
God.
pulling more details from what you said than Cole was.
What if
And,
Watson's the actual detective?
I mean,
And it's basically like, all right, continue.
Okay.
Any day now.
wow. Rude.
All right. Well, he had a bodyguard who was really in everyone's face. It was annoying.
Right.
And everyone's... That's what bodyguards
that's-
really do.
That's gonna be real helpful when I tell the authorities. Oh yeah, they had a bodyguard and he was all up in everyone's face. That's the only descriptor we get. Oh yeah, we're gonna nail this guy. Put that on a wanted poster.
Okay, look, I'm not good at this kind of thing. All right. You want more details? Talk to one of my friends.
And he wants to be with you. Why? I'll never get it.
You think I have any idea?
Nah, that's fair.
Wow.
So nothing else? You've got nothing else useful up there? Nothing at all?
I don't know what you consider useful, alright? It was all just a blur. There was a lot going on.
Do you remember any distinguishing features of any one of these individuals? I don't necessarily care about the ruffians that you ran into earlier. The guys with the snag machine. Can you give me anything about them?
That depends. Was there anything about them worth getting?
I don't know. How about you roll some checks for that?
All right.
And we're rolling
suck down
dice.
Nope.
Oh.
That's a nope.
Right. This was a excellent waste of time.
Rude.
Okay.
Well, at least Cole can say he's officially slept in the same room as you. So I mean, there's.
Oh my
Ugh.
Wow. Yikes.
What did I do to deserve this?
Yikes.
Probably has to do with wearing purple, be my guess. It's a really color stands out in a crowd. You know, I don't.
I changed my outfit. It's not purple.
Oh, well.
Well, you were asking what caused. All right, whatever. I'm not even gonna deal with someone of your intelligence.
Hey.
Rude.
Ugh. I'm
Alright.
done with this. Can I go now?
I mean, you could, or, you know, I could give you some information that they're not telling the public. I mean, I could do that too.
Really?
You know, but you want to go, so that's fine.
Isn't this being recorded?
Yeah, isn't this being recorded?
Oh, I mean, coincidentally, the circuit breaker that controls the lights and cameras in here tripped about 5 minutes ago, and wouldn't you know it, someone's playing a loop of the prior 5 minutes of this conversation on the security camera. I have no idea how that happened.
What?
Wow.
That is really odd. They really got to fix their systems. But I mean, since that's the current situation, I mean, you know, I shouldn't have to spell it out anymore.
Wow.
All right. I'll bite. What else do you want to tell me?
Oh, well, I mean, now that you mention it,
I want to punch this Pokemon. I've never wanted so strongly to punch a Pokemon before.
So he produces a folder of information, picks it up off of like from behind the folder and tosses it over to you, and is like, seems like the most of the rioting was a distraction. We've pretty much confirmed that there is some sort of unified, for lack of a better term, villainous team. He uses that with, you know, heavy quotes. I don't know, doing something. Yeah, it does appear like they are taking advantage of people who aren't part of them to boost their numbers. I wouldn't expect you to understand how this all works, so I'll just keep it down to the basics for you. Long story short, it was a cover-up to attack a couple of companies in the business district, specifically two of the leading companies that work with Pokeballs. Which, as you can tell, we are pretty concerned about. That being said, they didn't get anything from one of them. The security force shut them down pretty fast. Yeah, let's just say I hope you don't own any stock in Silphco, because that's gonna be bad when they come out with that news.
Alright, well... That's very interesting.
I thought you'd think so.
But, the other one... You said there were multiple...
Kyle, why the fuck did you not come up with a name for this other company?
I have a suggestion. I'm gonna DM you.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Give me a moment to pull up that name, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I have it in a document somewhere here.
Lol.
Alright, I'll wait. I'll just stare at Cole's, lifeless body.
He'd like that, wouldn't he?
Ugh.
Okay, maybe I will not. I will look the opposite direction.
Yikes.
That was, by the way, a out of character, in character for Watson comment.
Jesus.
Sure. What's that called?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Wait, what?
But I just like the idea of, I like the idea of the connection. I don't know.
You know what? The name of that company's not important right now.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Probably the
Nailed
least
it.
important piece of information I could possibly get from this.
I will definitely give you the name of that company. I just need some time to think on it.
Yes.
But yeah, Silphco stock's about to plummet. That's your stock market advice for the day. That'll be $5.99.
What a prick.
Can I pay you in shrugs?
I don't even know why I bothered to assume you'd know what currency is.
Wow.
Well, this is what I get for dealing with the uncultured.
All right, you can keep the smartassery to a minimum, please. Let's continue.
Nah, that's all right.
Ugh. I don't even want to be here.
You and me both, sweetheart. You and me both. I think it's about time I woke up Cole, don't you?
If you must.
And he grabs his own Pokeball and kind of just steps on Cole's head and then returns himself really quickly. And the Pokeball falls, and as Cole wakes up, like, what the... And it lands on his head again, and he's like, God.
Aw. Wow, Watson is quite the handful.
And Cole, kind of just getting up from the floor, I have 3 guesses,
Ah,
and
sorry.
the first 2 don't count. Watson, and Watson.
I just kind of nod.
God damn it. And he looks at the clipboard like, that prick. Whatever. The notes are better than what I would have done anyways. Alright. You
But
can
at least
go.
at least he got a little bit of a nap in.
I don't know if being knocked unconscious counts.
I guess.
All right, well, if that's all you need from me, I'm just gonna get going now.
Yeah, that sounds... yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And he makes his way to the door to open it up for you and then goes a different way. Probably to go fall asleep on a bunk somewhere in the police station.
What a mood.
Freedom.
So, how's everyone doing today?
This is where that crucial 30 minutes of prep would have been useful to gather my thoughts.
You could have requested more time if you wanted.
I mean,
or
yeah,
needed.
would have given you.
Like Kyle, you gotta stop with the passive aggressive. Come on, man. We wanna
that-
help you.
I was being passive aggressive at myself.
But then, like, you could always ask, like, you know what? Yeah, I think it would be
Paprika.
good if we push it back a little bit. So it's like,
Oh,
well, anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
Too late now.
It's 2 days after the events of the previous session.
Okay.
Now, what did you do with Chili? Words. What did you do with Chili after she got captured in that dusk ball?
Well, the first thing Paprika did, she knew Chili had been snagged, but she wasn't really sure what that meant. So she released Chili to make sure Chili was okay when everything was done and the coast was clear and whatnot.
So, Chili was barely there. Like, obviously breathing, but was in this very incoherent state.
Yeah.
And wasn't really responding to anything that you were telling her.
Oh, sweetie.
Right. So, of course, Paprika would have tried to get help somewhere.
Right, and you probably took Chili to the Pokemon Center, and after the power came back on and the Pokemon Center took Chili, they actually requested that you bring her to a specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And that, maybe a couple hours after the events, you handed Chili off to the specialist that they recommended, and it's been about a day and a half since then, and they've called you back into their office.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's a doctor, you walk into this, it's a very plain looking doctor's office. There's, charts and various other things on the wall. There's a bunch of bookshelves the books are in somewhat of a disarray. There's some opened on the floor, and there's a bunch of papers kind of just strewn over one side of the desk. And the doctor is working on her computer with a pretty good deal of focus before all of a sudden realizes you're there. She's like, "Oh, Paprika, come in. How have you been? Would you like something to drink? Anything at all? Anything I could do to..."
Would you like some tea?
Trust me, I almost said that and had to stop myself.
I'm so glad.
It's like, wait a minute. I've been better. I don't need a drink.
All right. That's
unless
fine.
it's a hard drink, probably.
Not in the daytime.
Please, take a seat.
Okay.
All right, so we've been running some tests, and the good news is that she should be fine eventually.
How long is eventually?
That's part of the next part. We don't know. What we do know is, Chili is what you would refer to as a shadow Pokemon. Have you heard that term before?
No.
It was a phenomenon that popped up in the Ore region, I don't know, half a century ago. It's been a while, but essentially the door to a Pokemon's heart is closed, and the trainer and the Pokemon have to kind of go through a very tough period of recovery from this in order to eventually bring them back. Now, when this was in its peak, they developed technology in order to make this process easier, make it automatic. And we actually got one of these machines, Dusty thing, from the Ore region, and have been testing it. Doesn't seem to be working.
Oh no.
What?
It Yeah. However, this was done. It was done in such a way that the machine's not capable of handling it. Now, we're calling it this Shadow Pokemon version 2 because there are some key differences, but it's the same concept. And she kind of hands over some, like, not necessarily informational pamphlets, because that would imply that they had, like, graphics prepared for any of this, but it's a list of information about everything you need to know that they know so far. And it's like, it does appear to be reversible, but nothing we have is doing anything. We're gonna keep working on it, especially since this madman is still out there. But in the meantime, we want to go with the old method, which is to give Chili back to you. And it's basically, it explains all the things about, like, using it in battle and being close to it, and that's how you work through everything. Yeah. I wish I had better news for you, but yeah.
Oh. Paprika's a little pale. She's gone silent and she's barely reading the list. She's just kind of staring.
Paprika, are you okay? Are you sure you don't want to drink?
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I'm fine. I don't want to drink. I don't understand how I'm supposed to do this if your machines can't do this.
Yeah, we don't know if that's gonna work either.
Wait, so you're telling me that you know this isn't permanent, but you don't know if there's a way to fix it? If you can't fix it, isn't it permanent?
We're pretty confident that the old-fashioned way should work. We're going to keep working on the machine, see if we can't get it to work. I mean, it's so old and outdated. I mean, the code it's using, we'll need to rework that and then test it. So we're doing our best, but I guess I didn't want to say that we're pretty confident that this is not permanent. Is probably what I should have said instead. There is the chance that nothing works, but we severely doubt that that's the case. I mean, it took them a decent number of years to get from nothing to where they are now. In terms of the technology, we have that starting point. We just need to, we need to just calibrate the machine differently and maybe change little bits of what it does. It can't be that much different. It's just there's too many similarities between the symptoms we're seeing and what Shadow Pokemon version 1 is.
She's very quiet.
And this is why I didn't go into the medical side of Pokemon, so I wouldn't have to do these talks, but no.
I feel that.
I'm really sorry. We would have had someone else do it, but I'm the only one with the technical knowledge that also drew the short straw.
Thanks. Paprika shakes her head and she looks up at the doctor and she just gets up and says, "Thank you for your time."
Yeah, and as you go out, they give you Chili's Pokeball back.
Okay.
It is still the Dusk Ball.
Oh.
On that list, did it say if Paprika has to keep her in a dusk ball?
So I guess, okay, I obviously did a poor job of going through, like, all the different things here, but as far as they're aware, it would probably not be a good idea to release it from the Dusk Ball yet. They're not 100% positive if releasing it from the Dusk Ball is going to have some sort of adverse effect on either Chili or the process. They know right now that the Dusk Ball is there.
Yeah, me too.
And they
I
all
know that.
Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page here. They also know that in the original version of Shadow Pokemon that because originally, as you may be aware, Shadow Pokemon, the Snag Machine was used to take Shadow Pokemon away from people who wanted them to remain that way, and then they were purified through that process. This is very different here, or a bit of the opposite here. In that case, they were technically taken from their original Pokeball and placed in a new one. And that worked. They were able to purify it with the stolen Pokeball. No one ever tested if the original Pokeball did anything. You know?
Yeah.
So they don't recommend you mess around with that.
Okay. Alright. Well, Paprika, she's mad. She's not mad at the doctor, but she mad. She leaving.
Yeah. And as you leave, the doctor reaches down into a drawer and produces a glass and a bottle.
Paprika comes back. Let me join you.
Honestly.
Actually, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
All right. And sees you coming back and produces a second cup, or glass rather, and puts it down and begins to pour. Now, we can end this scene here, or we can make Constitution saving throws.
Oh my god.
Which do you want?
One Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Oh, that's not bad, I would think.
All right, so the both of you get, appropriately tipsy. Which is, in this situation, probably a little more than tipsy.
Okay.
But otherwise, you're good. You're not, stumbling all over the place.
Awesome. Paprika would definitely stop before she, gets drunk. That would just be bad.
Yeah.
Especially at this hour, probably.
Yeah, the doctor goes to pour, another glass, and you have to physically stop her, and then she looks at you and kind of, goes, yeah, that's probably for the best, yeah.
Save it for tonight.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We're gonna figure this out, Paprika, okay?
Okay. Okay.
We got this. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be.
Okay, but I don't got this though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine.
You're right. You're right.
Just sad drunks.
All right.
This is making me sad.
Sorry.
And on that note, Paprika probably takes a taxi back to the Pokemon Center
Oh yeah.
instead of walking.
Yeah.
She's a smart cookie.
Despite her intelligence being a hot 7. But she got wisdom though.
Yeah, there you go. Don't gotta be book smart.
Here. Oh, here's the map. That was God damn it!
Full HP was not a number.
Son of
Full HP.
a- You have to stop the program from allowing you to load maps as tokens.
I'm
But
gonna
it's
try
so
to figure
funny.
that out.
I love the face it makes.
Nope, I was about to do the exact bloody thing again.
Oh, Kyle. Oh, man. That was the fountain, wasn't it?
So Toby,
Aww.
Aw.
wait, where did the? Oh, here it is. So Toby, it's
In the
been
fountain.
3 days
Yes.
since the events of last session, and
Mm-hmm.
what have you been doing for these past 3 days? The city is essentially on lockdown. Barely anything is open.
I think Toby's been like, it's almost like these days have been lost to her because she's just so in shock that she's just kind of like drifting from place to place.
Right.
Like she didn't get her Pokemon snagged and like she's like everything's pretty much fine, but like she promised to help someone and she couldn't. And she was so close, and then she one of the first things she did was go find the little girl and apologize.
So, that's actually something that's been eating at you. You haven't been able to do that yet.
Huh.
She wasn't there at the Pokemon Center by the time you got back. You asked around. Her parents had already picked her up. So you haven't seen her, and you're kind of just wandering into this clearing. And this clearing was not a week ago where you guys were whisked off to a cooking competition.
Yeah.
And then returned afterwards to, I don't know, sit in the fountain for hours.
Yeah.
And then returned afterwards to kind of just like absorb what just happened. And you're here again. And the buildings have been... This was pretty far away from the center of the carnage. In fact, this might be the furthest place away from most of it, but grass is kind of destroyed. There's little bits of debris everywhere. The buildings are mostly intact, but the fountain stopped working. It's unfortunately as about as intact a place as you can find in the city at the moment.
Right. She's probably found herself drifting back here multiple times over the course of the days. Just like she doesn't want to sit around in the room back at the Pokemon Center, but she doesn't really have anywhere particular to go, so she just kind of wanders aimlessly and usually finds her way back here.
So, as it would turn out, you're in this area and you're just listlessly wandering through the city. And out of what looks like an apartment building of sorts, walks out a little girl that you recognize.
Ah. Was that the little girl from
Yes,
the...
it was.
Oh. Toby looks up and, like, several emotions run through her all at the same time. Like, her first instinct is to get up and rush over and, like, talk to her and apologize and stuff, but part of her is, like, dreading having to do that. Part of her can't bring herself to face this little girl, having failed to rescue her Pokemon, even though, like, no one could blame her.
Right.
But it's like she's
Well, except herself.
completely blaming herself. And she ends up just kind of, like, sitting and staring.
So tragically, fountains don't provide a good amount of cover. So,
What a shame.
as the girl turns in that direction, she sees you and kind of just like doesn't care for the briefest moment, and then does a double take.
Oh yeah, she like realizes.
Yeah. And she kind of stares for a little bit with
Aw.
different emotions running across her face, mostly
Right.
solemn, and
Aw.
a couple of tears begin to form on the corner of her eyes.
Oh, and Toby sees this, and she immediately starts crying too. And she gets up, and she runs like part way to the girl, and she like tries to speak and can't figure out what to say, and tries, and then finally just says, "I'm so sorry. I tried. I'm sorry."
She meets you halfway and just gives you a hug around about
Oh.
like waist level.
Oh.
And she's not sobbing like she was before, but tears are streaming down her face
Oh.
as she buries her head kind of just in your shirt.
Oh. And Toby kneels down to meet her and just like cries on her shoulder too. And just kind of stays there for a while.
And the silence does hang on this for a while. I don't know how long you think passes before you say anything. Anything else? If you say anything
yeah.
else.
No, I think it's like one of those moments where like there really are no words. And they just no words. Only sad.
So, this goes by for a while. And all of a sudden, you hear the sound of a slight buzzing sound. And as you look up,
A combi!
you see a combi nuzzling the little girl's cheek.
Oh.
Give me a perception check.
Not a deep.
So, you see that this combi is bandaged up.
Aw.
And from the bare corner of the bandage, you can see what look like scorch marks.
Huh.
Oops.
And maybe it dawns on you, maybe it doesn't. But this is one of the combi that you fought, but did not kill
Huh.
from last session.
Toby like blinks in surprise. Like she has an initial like visceral reaction to seeing the freaking combi, but then she sees like that it's not aggressive and it's just kind of like, and she's like, she like kind of, her face falls because she kind of has the thought of like, oh no, were those people's combi that were drawn away? Oh no. So she just kind of like stares.
And the little girl looks over to the combi and smiles briefly. Just a little smile, not anything that is, super joyful.
Yeah.
And turns back to you and says, this is my new Pokemon.
Oh. Your
he,
new Pokemon.
He got hurt pretty bad during the yeah, and he needed someone to help, so here I am.
Toby like stares at the combi for a while and then she like very slowly, it's like one of those really watery smiles when you're crying and you're all like trembly, but she kind of smiles and she's like, that's good. And So I'm thinking a lot of different things. Toby is thinking of a lot of different things. Cause like, first thought, like, okay, good. This wasn't some poor little girl's Combi that we beat the hell out of and killed most of them. Second thought, is it still loyal to that guy's Vespiquen? Because if so, this is bad.
So, here's the weird thing about the Pokemon feature.
Mm-hmm.
And you getting this for free.
Yay.
It doesn't matter! If
Okay.
that Pokemon with the Pokemon capability is in the area, it must follow that other Pokemon's orders. In this case, this was a wild Combi that has now been captured. So no.
Oh.
I don't think a Pokemon could, for example, order one of your Pokemon to attack you, but you know, if it was, hey, let's get a group of Weasel together and put out this burning building, your Weasel would probably be like, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
wild Pokemon, no limits.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, no, then Toby's just happy, and she like reaches out very tentatively to like pat the Combi's head or the top of its body.
Yeah,
Question.
And the Combi kind of it's able to hover there, so it like nuzzles into your hand. And whether it remembers you or not is
Yeah, Toby just very, very quietly says, like, the girl, even the Combi might not be able to hear her, but she says, sorry. And she just, like, pats the Combi.
And after a couple of moments, you hear, like, a shout from up the top of up the structure. Dory, it's time to come inside.
Oh.
And she kind of gathers her Combi, looks at
Oh.
you, and gives you a sad smile before going inside.
Aw. Toby waves goodbye and just kind of, like,
Yep.
watches her go.
All right. So that scene is now done.
Wow.
Now, I would just like to comment, past me was a jerk. Because I just realized that there was a joke there that even I forgot.
What?
First of all, you're all in this scene, and this is just for example. Last time, you were tasked with finding a Pokemon.
Oh,
Hey, Kyle!
I like that movie though.
It is a good movie, but... puns?
Finding Dory's Pokemon. I'm a jerk.
You're an idiot. I love you though, but yeah.
God damn it. I can never pick just a normal random name. No, I have to make it some stupid joke.
Mina and Mona and Dory. Finding Dory is fine.
All right.
God, Kyle.
It's been 4 days since the events. You guys haven't really been let out of the city yet.
Mm.
They're hinting that that's probably going to be soon, but otherwise you've just been... There's so much to do and not anything to do at the same time.
Right. Can't go shopping. Not now.
So, what are you guys thinking about 4 days after the events, after everything that you've gone through?
Toby wants to get stronger. Like, she's thinking about actively seeking out Riley Cross, a rare thing, and and directly asking him to train her, like, not in getting better at Pokemon, but physically.
Right. Okay.
Yas.
Yas.
Yeah.
No.
No. That's Mona's job to be the meme.
Wait, what?
I love instantaneous. No.
Please, you get one.
None of that.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So you're just sitting there thinking, Toby, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Whew, serious time. Okay.
Mona,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, ironically, Mona's probably been meditating.
Wow.
Like, thinking back on
Wait,
all...
are you a mystic?
Maybe, if you didn't interrupt me.
Bitch.
I had to.
Alright. She's probably been, like, you know, all the recent events have kind of made her think back to her mystic days, and, like, even though she kind of skipped out on a lot of her, I guess you could call it training,
Yeah.
some of it did kind of, you know, sink in and start, you know, fermenting in that head of hers. And she started thinking back to her teachings, and you know, maybe building a better bond with her Pokemon would help her, you know, figure out how to get through this.
Gotcha. And for Paprika, I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
What have you been thinking about, and how many bottles of wine are next to your bed?
Oh.
This is important.
All right. Well, Paprika is not. She's not gonna go full alcoholic on you guys yet.
Darn.
Yet.
She does have a bottle of wine. She has been pretty good with it. It's only about 3/4 empty. And she's thinking about. She's cooled down a bit. And I promise you, she's not drinking all the time. Mostly just at night. She's cooled down a bit, and she is trying to figure out. She wants to be stronger for Chili. She wants to be stronger in general, but really, she's just trying to figure out how to survive the rest of the Pokemon trip. And she's got, like, at least 10 Tupperware containers ready to be loaded with Chili.
Aw.
It's, like, the only thing she knows.
Gotcha.
Sweetie.
And
Chili and wine.
it's a great pairing.
Is it?
Would you go with a white or a red wine with me? Like, what are you thinking?
I love how pained that was.
With Chili? Probably a red wine.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah.
There's more than enough fat in that to suck away those tannins. So yeah.
True.
Yeah. That's why red wine pairs well with meat. Now you learn stuff! Woo!
Woo.
Wow, I barely understood that.
Oh.
You see, it's because the wine is bitter because of
So,
these things
it's-
called tannins. It's the same
it's-
reason why
it's-
coffee is bitter, and the reason why you drink red wine with meat and you drink coffee with milk is because fat binds with the tannins and makes them get washed away, so that it clears up the bitter flavor. So that's why it actually tastes better.
Huh.
Science!
Interesting.
Cool.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about coffee and wine and tannins.
So, is that why Freaky Tannin was named Tannin?
No, actually, it's spelled differently, and I didn't even know that tannins were a thing that existed at the time. It just works out well because
Yes,
he is a very bitter boy.
So it's around 7-8 o'clock in the evening, and you hear a knock on the door.
Who is it?
Yes. Do I have the right room?
Oh my god.
Toby sits like straight up.
Oh. Probably someone should
Paprika,
answer.
is that you?
It's me. Opens the door.
Ah, yes. Hello, Paprika. How are you?
Professor.
I mean, like, yeah,
You've heard, haven't you?
yes, I have.
Yeah.
And without you asking, he pulls you into a hug.
Oh. Oh. Paprika is kind of surprised, honestly, but she hugs him back.
It'll be all right. We'll figure this out.
Aww.
Do you want to see Chili?
Maybe not quite yet.
Obviously not here.
Right, yes. There'll be plenty of time to talk about all sorts of things, but, first of all, would you like some tea?
Yes.
Sure.
Mona actually raises her hand. I'd like some tea, actually.
Excellent. And, he actually has, like, he has a briefcase with him, and he opens the briefcase, and inside is a hot plate, and various other tea-making essentials.
Holy crap.
There's, like, this teapot that somehow collapses down to be briefcase-sized.
It's like how Seto Kaiba walks around in the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime with a giant briefcase that's full of nothing but cards. Except he has this big briefcase that's full of nothing but tea. It's amazing.
Yes. And he begins to set that up and gets the water going and all that. And Toby, the orange tea, same as last time, yes?
Yes, please.
Of course. And again, you look in the briefcase and half of the box was orange anyway.
And Ivan already has his own little teacup.
Of course he does.
He's sitting on the floor next to her.
Ivan, would you... yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, but yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's Ivan.
All right, then I won't.
Joining her.
So, besides the last couple days, how has everything been? It's been a while since we last spoke.
Well, it's hard to muster enthusiasm now, but it has been a pretty fun adventure up until now, when it suddenly got real.
Paprika flashbacks to the first snagger.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that your journey has ended up this way. I wish there was something I could have done to help you, but I mean, at least I sent you with Riley Cross. That's always good.
I didn't like him at first, but yeah, I think I'm glad too.
Well, why is that?
Because he's a jerk.
Professor,
Riley Cross?
do you even know him?
Well, yes, of course. I told you already, my dear. He went through my lab, same as you.
If I had the option, I would not travel with him. He is good for necessity's sake.
He's very competent.
Wow,
He's just kind of...
Mona just kind of mutters under her breath, I wish I didn't have to respect him.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, children. I'm surprised to hear that about him.
What? Did he used to
I'll
be
need to ask
nicer?
him about that. But anyway, the reason I'm here, children, it did take me a while to actually get into the city. They only just opened it up, and I have the necessary credentials to get in.
Oh, I was gonna ask about that, but that makes sense.
Yes, and he's beginning to pour the tea as he's talking about this. I'm actually going to be part of the research team behind the snag machine investigation. I don't have like specific knowledge, but now's not the time to be worrying about retirement. And if I'm someone who can help out in this situation, I think it's my duty to do so, regardless of who it is for, and especially because it's for you, Paprika.
Aw.
Oh, my heart.
That's really noble of you, Professor.
Paprika smiles a bit. Thank you.
Oh, please, no need to thank me. It's no trouble at all. I'll be doing my best to assist the Dr. Martel and the rest of her research team. I believe you're acquainted, yes?
Mhm.
Excellent. The other reason I had for coming here is I happened to notice that you've only sent me one Pokemon the entirety of your journey so far, and I was kind of surprised. Is
right.
everything all right? Is everything working well?
It was a crappy Geodude.
We've been having a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunities to throw Pokeballs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, that's good. I was afraid the GM was doing a terrible job at encouraging you to capture Pokemon, but since that's not the case... But okay,
Wait, Professor, it feels like it's getting a little too meta in here.
says the one with the Munchlax that can produce random food items out of midair. But I
What do you
digress.
mean? That's just what he does.
With the fourth wall now appropriately shattered.
Hell yeah.
So, the other reason I'm here is, I have actually recently come across a, unique piece of technology, and I have no particular use for it. It was a gift from an old acquaintance of mine who, has an advanced version of this, but I figured you three might be able to appreciate it more. And he puts down, he gets a, second briefcase-like object, and he places it down on the table.
The secret is that, if you open up his lab coat, there's not a guy inside, it's just more briefcases.
It's a sentient briefcase filled with tea, the professor.
Yes.
And he goes on to explain, so this, children, is a mobile PC box. Fascinating piece of technology that allows you to use the PC wherever you are. It connects directly to the Pokemon Center network and is able to get you Pokemon from wherever you are. Now, it's not instantaneous, it is mobile. It is a, wireless device, so it does take a bit of time, but you can now get any Pokemon you want out of the PC at any time.
You can turn Pokemon into airwaves and back with this?
Huh. I hadn't thought of it that way. But then I mean... Huh.
I mean, that's what happens with regular PCs, isn't it?
The technology is all very fantastic and difficult to understand. I'd rather not relive that part of my academic career. Oh boy, those classes.
I can only imagine. That's fair.
Yeah, it felt like that for me sometimes as well.
I had to have some classes about it too, because my parents own a company that has some relation with it.
Yes.
They spend a moment wallowing in academic misery together.
Yes. How exactly the theta particles interact with the rest of the system, I don't understand. Anyway, enough about that. The less I think about that, the better. I want you guys to have this. Especially since, Paprika, you may have to send Chili back to the lab in order to get, in order for tests to be run. I think this is the best way to go about it.
Okay.
Aw, sorry to hear that, Millie.
And with that, the professor takes a long drink of tea and kind of just sits there and lets the silence kind of just hang.
Toby's not even quite drinking the tea at the moment. She's just kind of she's got her hands cupped around the mug and the cup, and is like just kind of like huddled over it, and just like enjoying the warmth and aroma of it, letting this steam, and she's like, ah. And then once it cools off sufficiently, she starts sipping it as well. It's very cute.
So I feel like I've done enough talking. Is there any questions you wanted to ask me?
How's everything in the rest of the region?
The rest of the region is mostly fine. The atmosphere is rather tense, as you'd expect, and
Right.
the police forces across the region are running 24-hour shifts. We're starting to dip into the reserves and whatnot. You know how these things go. But other than that, there have been no significant events since the one from a few days ago. Yes, it's everyone's fine for the most part.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey, cool. Thanks, Wolfie.
Yeah, thanks, man. Always appreciated.
So, okay. So Toby's like, okay, and what about Mom and Dad? They're, this sounds really shallow, but are their stocks okay? Is the company's okay, and they're okay and everything?
Well, I hope they didn't have any stock in Silphco.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What's wrong with Silph? Nothing's actually happened with that yet.
Oh.
What happened with Silphco? I mean, I know they got some significant damage during the attack, but
Don't worry about it.
Well, I know they have a location here, and there was some, I mean, since they were one of the places that was attacked, there's been some stuff with the stocks, but since they're a rival company, I mean, I don't know. I've never had a mind for this business stuff. I'm just worried about all the people.
right. Well, yeah. Everything seems to be fine with that for now. I'm sure once they reopen the stock market in a few days, plenty of things will crash, and it's not a great time to have your retirement fund. But yes, I'm sure that once these events are in the rearview mirror for a significant amount of time, everything will rebound. But yes, there will be a bit of a recession for a period of time.
Yeah.
Hope this doesn't
I
mess with
think
my
I'm good.
shopping.
I think I'm gonna call my parents later tonight.
That would be a good idea.
Inglorious 144p.
Oh,
One pixel for every tile on the map.
Fantastic.
well, I didn't want them to know that I'm in town, but they probably know by now. I should probably check on the restaurant I work at.
Okay. It sounds like you guys have plans ahead of you, and I should probably be getting to the lab in order to check in and make sure that I'm all set up for tomorrow or tonight, whichever it ends up being. I think in that case I will take my leave. Children, it's been a pleasure to see you all again, although I wish it could be under better circumstances, but
Do you know where Riley is right now? I haven't seen him in a little while.
really, that's odd. I'm not sure where he is.
We actually lost him in all the chaos. Hopefully he wasn't injured, I guess.
Yeah, because he was in the crowd. But I last I recall seeing him, he was in the crowd when we were gonna have our gym battle.
Huh.
That's right.
Well, that's...
I was like starting to talk, and I was like, oh, I could do this in character.
I'm sure he's fine, children. If there's one thing I know about Riley Cross, he is resourceful to a fault.
To a fault.
never-
Yeah.
You can never find him without a plan or a means to go about achieving what he wants. Well, anyway, on that note, if I hear from him, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But I really must be going. And with that, he leaves a couple of tea bags on the table, packs up the rest of his set, kind of gives you all a quick hug. Paprika's being a little longer.
Aw.
And sees himself out.
Nevertheless, we should probably check on Riley.
Yeah, I was figuring he'd just kind of show up eventually like he always does. But, I mean, I'm starting to get worried and... I
I'm
wanted to
really
talk to
glad
him
he
about
kept
something.
his distance, but
Yeah.
You know what? I can take him or leave him.
I feel the same way. It would suck, though, if those thugs got someone else. So, I want to check on him.
I mean, he's kind of a jerk, but he's not a bad person, so...
He's almost likable.
Yeah.
Depends on your definition of almost.
Toby just kind of like, what time is it right now in the setting, Kyle?
It's about somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock.
Okay. Toby's like looking at the door and she's like,
It's too late to really go out on a walk, but we're too restless to stay here.
I have no idea where he would be, though.
I know.
Well, you know what? We're not doing anything. Fine, you know, why not? I'm bored as heck just sitting around.
Yeah, I
maybe
can.
we'll take a look.
Maybe I can. Maybe I can. If people are being let into the city again, maybe I can call on some of my parents' resources.
Lost. Offering reward. Riley Cross.
right?
Wanted poster.
Dead or alive?
Oh god.
that last part is drawn on in pencil, like clearly right before being put in the copy machine. in handwriting oddly reminiscent of Mona's.
Really strange, yeah. It's just an artifact of the copying machine.
yeah. Oh man.
So to make sure I'm understanding correctly, you guys are going to search the city for Riley Cross.
Well, Toby was just kind of gonna wander around aimlessly, but like while still keeping an eye out. But yeah, I guess they're at least gonna ask around, I suppose.
Okay. Sure. How about some D20 rolls, investigation checks?
I take it this wasn't part of the DM's grand plan.
Not as hard isn't in it.
Yeah, I mean-
you guys kind of wander around for a little bit. Paprika at least pretends to try.
Well, Toby's genuinely trying,
Genuinely
But
trying,
she's-
but
but
like,
she's not getting anywhere.
I mean-
yeah.
Paprika, like, she almost likes Riley. She hopes he's okay. But it's okay if she doesn't see him or know anything tonight.
So, how long do you guys tirelessly search for Riley Cross?
I feel like maybe an hour at most.
Yeah.
Well, he
For the night.
He wasn't out on the sidewalk outside the Pokemon Center.
Oh my god. An hour's not that short.
Mona doesn't have a gender.
Gender's an artificial concept anyway.
There. Fixed.
Hey, Mona was fine just the way she was. You
How
don't
do you
need a
know
gender to be fixed. Wow, well, how close-minded of you.
I don't know, Kyle. You're the one who's assuming that she has a preference here, or that the preference is no preference.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Let's continue.
Mona takes 100
What is happening?
100 damage as lightning strikes her through the window.
What?
I mean, even 1d100 hit would knock her out, so...
Oh, God damn!
Very close.
Oh my God!
Also,
Like,
god dang it.
Even if you,
Wow!
oh, I just saw that. God. Even if you rolled 1 on all of those D100s,
Yeah.
it would still KO.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Ah, that was the point, huh?
So, it was a joke! It was sarcasm!
How dare you make jokes on this stream intended to entertain?
So anyway, it's about 10 p.m. by the time you guys get back. And, yeah.
Toby just kind of flops into bed.
Alright, back to bed it is.
So, who goes to sleep before midnight?
I still haven't decided if Toby's a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper. I don't know. I feel like she'd be lying awake staring at the ceiling for a good while, but she'd probably nod off eventually.
Okay.
I imagine Mona wouldn't have too much trouble getting to sleep.
I feel like Paprika would be too restless to sleep. She's not, like, drinking or anything, but she's probably just, like, staring at her phone, surfing the web.
So, all three of you get a text notification on your various devices at the same time, roughly at around midnight.
Oh.
Paprika, you're already up. If either of you believes that this text notification would wake either of you up, you may do so, but it's not overly loud.
Toby's still asleep.
It would probably wake Mona up.
So, Paprika, you see the message come down on, like, the bar that'll pop down from the top of your phone that gives you a brief description of the message?
Yeah.
It's from Riley Cross.
Oh.
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 And it says, 5 a.m., Lumio City Gym. Be there, and I won't have to bring the air horn.
Wow. Well, that checks out.
Mona just kind of stares at her phone in disbelief. Nope, I must be
Paprika,
dreaming.
like, sits straight up, and she, like, angrily texts back, "You're telling us this at midnight?"
In, like, all caps.
Pretty much.
And at least one angry emoji, I feel like.
And he replies back with false. One message. Second message. 12:01 a.m.
What a piece of shit. I think at this point, Toby wakes up, because now her phone is, like, blowing up. And she's
Paprika.
like, and she looks at her phone and she's like, that son of a bitch!
Oh my god.
She grabs her phone and texts fiercely, I was worried about you!
What? Whoa, hold on. Did I mute myself?
You might have?
No? Wombat just cut off for me.
Sorry, I might have hit my mute button
That'll
too
do
fast. But yeah, I was worried about you!
Does she send this in a message?
Yes. It's just like all caps with a big angry face and like kind of like it and like how dare you make me worry kind of thing.
Oh.
like geez, see if I worry about you again.
Okay, so honest question.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever try messaging him before he messaged you?
Not Mona.
Let me think. Yeah, she probably like texted him about the idea of training.
Got it.
Honestly, I didn't think he had our phone numbers.
Yeah, how'd you get our
Yeah.
numbers?
If he didn't respond to that, then that would have started her worrying, methinks. Though I feel like he's the kind of guy to not to generally not respond to text if he doesn't feel like it, which is most of the time. I might be making assumptions
Alright.
here, but
So to be clear, what message has actually been sent in this conversation and what's just been talked about?
okay. So in this particular conversation or in the past?
This one that's happening right now.
Okay. Toby said out loud, "That son of a bitch," and then texted him like I was worried about you with another, like, that's in all caps, and then another message gets sent like 5 seconds later with like 5 angry faces.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And after a couple minutes, Riley Cross responds, "Cool. Be there at 5 a.m."
That jerk.
This is actually happening, isn't it? I thought it was free.
Oh, poor Mona.
She's just laying in bed muttering to herself, not even like to anyone in particular, just kind of staring ahead, just dead
Well-
tired.
Life is always interesting. At least.
I wish my life was less interesting.
He
Yeah,
follows up
me
with a
too.
link. He sends you guys a web link.
Oh boy. I'm going to go way out on a limb and guess precisely what it is.
Go for it.
A video, a meme of Mona.
110%!
Nailed it.
no.
I was like, my first instinct is Rickroll. I'm like, well, no, that's not necessarily a thing in the Pokemon universe. I'm like, oh yeah, memes. Mona.
In this universe, there's a Mona roll of some kind.
Oh Jesus
like there
Christ.
can't not be. As much as I
There's-
hate to admit
There
it.
is some kind of equivalent to the Rickroll, and Mona falling over has been edited into a remix of it.
It's like a
Yes.
Sparta remix.
Yeah, or like the same thing as the Japanese Ronald McDonald.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Yeah, so, Mona, it doesn't matter which meme of you has been sent. Yeah. Yeah.
So roll for how far across the room your phone has ended up.
Ooh. Let's see. That's a D10.
Oh,
So you pelt this thing 10 meters away, and it slams into the wall. Roll a D20. You cracked the screen.
Oh,
I mean, I was mostly kidding, but I'm really.
poor Mona.
It's probably for the best I don't have this meme device in my pocket.
Oh my god.
I'm going back to bed. Don't wake me up tomorrow.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I won't wake you up, but I feel like something else will.
Paprika just sighs and goes back to bed.
All right. It's time to get up in order to make it on time to where Riley Croft said to meet. Who is actually getting up?
Toby's actually awake, and like she popped awake an hour early and then could not fall back asleep, so she's just kind of been sitting in her bed, like curled around her little portable laptop with headphones plugged in so that she doesn't wake the others.
Gotcha.
Aw.
And she's got Ivan in her lap.
Who is
and of course-
sleeping like a champ.
Oh yeah. Oh, and she's gotten her other Pokemon into anime as well, so they're like gathered around her.
Aww. I love it.
They didn't have a choice.
It's true. I think they like it more because she likes it, and
Right.
they just like making her happy.
Yes.
Aww. Well, Paprika's getting up begrudgingly.
Mona, you are not getting up.
Hold on. Let me try something. Mona actually wakes up about 15 minutes before time, and she stares at the clock like, God dang it, I'm up.
I thought you said you weren't gonna get up.
That's what I thought. But I can't get back to sleep.
Well, sorry to hear that.
That happened to me. She glances at the clock. Yeah, about an hour ago. And like at that moment, her phone alarm goes off, and without even looking, her hand just like slaps down onto it.
Oh.
Ring, 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 ring. Wake up, ring, ring, ring. Slap! Which, by the way, is the official default ringtone of this universe. That one.
Oh,
God
I don't
dang
like
it.
that.
No, her ringtone is definitely an anime opening.
Oh, of course it is. It's probably the opening to One Punch Man.
Which is, of course, Hitmonchan.
Of course.
Yes.
All right, so you guys go to the gym.
Yeah.
Time to
Begrudging.
get buff!
Only because Mona knows what will happen if she doesn't show up.
Smart. I had fun things planned. Session. Where is the freaking map?
So, an aside, Wombat. Would you like to change the music?
Oh, yeah. Give me a mo to figure out what the hecky.
Okay.
So, you're basically alone on the streets at this hour.
Yeah.
I mean, there are various people like, you know, busying themselves about repairing things or whatnot, but you know, they got to keep the noise level down, so not much activity. You all arrive at the Lumiose City Gym, and you're able to just walk on in, and you end up like, normally you were guided to this area, but you eventually make your way there yourself. And standing on the other platform is Riley Cross.
There he is.
Yeah.
What?
Wombat?
Oh no, are you laughing at the music you chose?
Oh god.
Yeah, you are. Oh.
Okay. Okay, any other song that is normal.
What are you
I
talking
mean, at
about?
this hour, this is pretty normal.
This is perfectly normal.
This is exactly what my brain would sound like at 4 a.m.
Fun
Oh,
fact,
please, it's 5 a.m.
fun fact, I have this song on my playlist.
I'm so glad.
Don't ask
Fun
why.
fact, you're weird.
You're not wrong. Fun fact. Oh god, is assaulting you from both ears at once?
Alright, please. Please, as the GM, I am requesting not this.
I'm trying to figure out what else to. Like, oh my god.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm looking through my.
Literally any other that is normal.
Please, for Millie's sake.
I'm laughing too hard. Let me see how this one is.
If you think the song is weird, you should see the video.
Oh my
It's
god,
terrifying.
the video is so good.
Come on, please.
Sorry, I'm looking, okay?
Literally, just go to the first song on that playlist you made, that list of songs, find it, and use it.
I mean, I feel like it's not quite thematically fitting, but sure. Whoops, fuck you, trash bot. This is where we are now.
That is literally better than what you had before, but obviously not the greatest. So,
Oops,
I'm just gonna continue while you fix music.
I'm working on it.
So Riley
there
Cross-
are
It's
tears
inside.
streaming down my face right now.
Riley Cross is standing on the other side of the arena looking at you. And he looks down at his watch and he's like, huh, you actually made it on time. What do you know?
Yeah, I love this music too. It's like really nice.
Not on purpose.
Okay, this is like a sort of ominous sounding. I think that works, right? It's ominous but pretty, and I like it. So whatever.
Oh, I like that one.
The Ocean Palace theme is so pretty.
All right. Well, anyway,
Actually,
Riley
that
Cross
music
is
was Isiris
there.
City from Pokemon Black and White. It's pretty. Hey, welcome, new friends.
Oh, nice.
Anyway,
What's happening?
freaking Niffly.
this is actually a character named Riley Cross that just uses that sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll need to make a custom one at some point.
Yep, that's the plan. We will discuss that another
Yes.
time.
But, yes, he is there.
All right.
Okay.
All right, then. Let's get to it. And, he just casually hops down off this pedestal onto the battlefield.
Toby has like her hands on her hips, and she's like, "Why didn't you even just text like a one-word response? Why'd you have to make me worry?
I'm never worrying about you again, you jerk!
Pedestal?
The battle thing.
Pedestal is more befitting.
And Riley Cross looks at you, Toby, and replies with, "Good."
Don't make Wombat play that song again.
Paprika just looks at Toby like, Toby, he's not worth all that. Just calm down.
So if my sources are correct, 2 of you managed to get knocked unconscious this time.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Really, you guys keep finding new ways to amaze
Well, you know what?
me.
Shut up! We tried our best, and
Toby is like, she has started pacing with this pent up frustration. She's just like going back and forth on the platform, just
like, there's just this is why I texted you my question. But did you respond? No. So I've been fretting all this time, and I can't do anything without my Pokemon. And once my Pokemon get knocked out, what am I supposed to do? And against all those opponents, how am I supposed to keep my Pokemon from getting knocked out?
and she's just like going, and oh my god,
Oh no.
she's really worked up. You guys kind of get the sense that she's been holding this rant in for days.
I know, Paprika's just kind of looking back like, oh.
That's an interesting problem you have. Have you tried punching things harder?
Yes, but I don't know how to punch correctly, so I just hurt my hand more than I hurt whoever I'm punching. Again,
That sounds like a you problem, doesn't it?
again, this is why I texted you.
And she's like, oh my god. So Toby is gonna hop down off the platform. And she like full tilt sprints and
Oh god.
attempts to punch him in the gut.
Mona is suddenly very invested in this.
No!
And as you do this and come in for the punch, Riley Cross stares you down, and as you commit to throwing it, grins. Go for it.
Oh my god. Nice! Nice!
Oh,
You
okay.
succeed.
Nice!
Go for it.
Oh my god. How do I roll damage?
Yeah,
Oh, wait, it's that-
So it's
Oh.
the blue frying pan.
before you do
Frying
that
pan, I
though,
forgot.
you want to edit your tokens so that it says damage base 1.
I don't know.
Let me do it.
I also forgot to level her up last time, didn't I?
And the time
Dang
before
it.
that, apparently.
Oh, what the
Jeez.
hell?
Hmm?
1, enter. There we go.
Okay.
Now try it.
Okay.
Yes. Should be able to do the thing now.
Target, dang it! Okay, there we go. That.
I mean, to be fair, a human against a human.
Yeah,
That's about what you expect.
yeah, pretty much. And an untrained human against a human who is probably trained.
And you punch him square in the chest. And he looks down at you. And then at the fist in his chest. And back down at you. And is going to attempt to throw you off of him.
Oh,
Essentially.
oh boy. Okay, yeah, I don't think I even have to counter roll, but okay.
Flaw, can you just do me a favor real quick? Can you show the fudge count?
I was in
Thank
the
you.
process of typing it.
Thank you.
Hysterical.
Wow.
So he
Nice.
just perfect. He grabs your wrist, the shoulder, perfect, and essentially takes his leg, He grabs your wrist, your shoulder, takes his leg, and sweeps your leg straight out from under you, and you land flat on your back in a heap.
Toby, she has her wind knocked out of her, and she's, lying there breathless for a moment. And then she, as soon as she gets her breath back, she points up at him without sitting up, and she says,
"That's why I asked you to train me!"
With that, he uses his foot to put a little bit of pressure on your stomach. He's not, crushing you. And kind of says, "What do you think this is? Come on, let's go."
Oh.
and she's she immediately goes, her expression bright, oh. And she stares she's thinking through all her time watching anime, trying to think what characters do in this situation. Oh man. So she tries to push his foot off of her and roll away.
All right, go for it.
That didn't go.
That does not succeed, as he just has too much of a leverage advantage on you. And Riley Cross looks up at Paprika and is like, "Well, any day now."
What am I supposed to do here?
Wait,
I can't learn if you don't teach me.
he's talking to Paprika?
Yeah. I mean, if not you, what about Harmony? Excuse me, Meme Machine.
Oh my god. Well, he's certainly generating enough enmity to get everyone attacking him. That's good.
So it's a process. When Riley Cross says Harmony, you can already see the eyes start to roll. Then he starts to correct himself, and Mona kind of perks up a bit. And then he says Meme Machine. And Mona is already charging Riley down.
Alright, excellent! What would you do?
Darn it.
Tackle him, basically.
Fantastic.
Go for it.
Mona, he's just goading you.
So, believe it or not, that misses.
Really?
Shocking.
Yes. So, you charge straight past him as he deftly spins out of the way, in the process releasing Toby.
Hey. Toby pushes herself up to her feet. Are we going in any particular turn order, or are we basically role-playing?
We're essentially role-playing here. This is mostly narrative combat here.
Awesome. So Toby rolls up into a sitting position and tries to immediately spring from there towards Riley's legs to try and knock them out from under him.
Are you getting up first before you do this?
She's getting up enough to have solid leverage, and then using her being low to the ground like a coiled spring kind of thing.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
That should hit. I'm gonna give a dexterity saving throw to not fall.
Well,
that is going to succeed. So you managed to get a hold of his foot, and he has to get out of your grasp, but he does succeed in doing so.
ow!
What, Paprika? You're not gonna partake? No? Really?
She just stands back, folds her arms, and glares at him. Wait, hold on. Usually
Well, in that
my
case,
character...
I take it you won't mind if I use this, and he has your frying pan?
What?
Why do you have my frying pan?
Why do you not have your frying pan?
Oh my god.
Do I look like I'm cooking?
Oh yeah, because that's totally stopped you before.
I didn't
Here,
come here to
catch.
fight you.
He throws your frying pan at you. I don't know if that hits. It does not.
Okay.
So you step out of the way, and the frying pan just clang, then just slides along the ground, coming to rest, somewhere at your feet.
Okay. She looks unimpressed, at least.
Are you implying that you want to be hit in the face with a frying pan?
No, but like.
No, I meant towards him.
Oh.
Well, no, because I'm not gonna get hit.
Of course.
Paprika picks up the frying pan and puts it away. If I hit you, I'm not gonna hit you with this. I don't need to.
Oh.
Nice.
But I'm not
he
gonna
looks
hit
like.
you.
Yeah. What was that?
I didn't come here to fight you.
Well, that's a shame, because I did.
Oh, snap, son!
Well, if in self-defense, then I will take no blame. I say all that, I'm gonna roll like crap. Help.
Riley Cross is going to attempt to punch you. And you dodge out of the way.
Yay!
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that squeak was definitely in character.
No, it was definitely me, though.
Well, yes, but
My brain was squeaking.
But it felt like it should be in character.
I'm gonna try to sneak up on Riley as he's engaging with Paprika and slug him in the side of the face.
Go for it.
Jesus. Goodbye.
oh wait, oh never mind. I was looking away. I hear the sound. I'm like, oh nice, but then I look back and it was
So-
Riley who critted.
He sees you. He sees you coming, but gives you no indication. And the second you go to punch him in the back of the head, he ducks down real low and takes your legs out from under you, and you flip over him and land on your butt.
Ow.
I was rolling to see if Toby could sneak around to behind him while he was doing that, but she rolled real bad. So she's like over here now, and he's aware of her.
She's like crawling on the ground.
Nah, she's just like crouched. She's crouched really low in like the classic video game stealth pose.
She's
Would
hiding
never
under a
actually-
cardboard box.
God, yep.
Oh.
Helpfully provided by Ivan,
Of course.
of course. But on seeing that he sees her, like, okay, so this bright red exclamation point pops up over her head, and then she like lunges at him, like, I think she's like reaching to try and man, I don't even know. She just like she sees that he sees her, and she just like charges.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Oh,
very
jeez.
planned out, so nothing good is gonna come of that.
Nope. So again, he definitely dodges to the side and just is out of the range of your attack.
Yeah, that wasn't. And she goes past on her momentum.
It's like, yeah, that wasn't gonna work, was it?
Mona's just picking herself up, grumbling to herself.
Yeah.
So, Toby, he squares up with you and looking straight at you, he then plants on his front foot, spins his back foot around, and is going to attempt to get a sneak attack on Mona.
Oh.
What the hell?
That's the sneaky
What?
boy.
Riley
Not me!
is
Oh
doing
my
well.
lord! I swear to God, show the fudge count. I swear to God.
Well, if he's gonna do that, Toby's gonna go in and try and use this opportunity.
Dear
out.
Lord.
Holy.
She's gonna use this opportunity to try and slam her foot in between his legs while he's distracted.
Okay.
Because there's no need to play fair if you're defending yourself, right?
I guess not. Also, Mona, you are caught off guard as this reverse roundhouse kick his heel finds like the side of your head, and he doesn't so much like clonk you as in use the momentum and sends you flying.
Damn.
But yeah,
Yikes.
you take a pretty decent blow as your head hits the ground.
Yikes.
Ow.
And here's my accuracy check. Damn it! Come on!
I'd like to remind the chat that I cannot fudge player rolls.
He also can't fudge the fudge count.
I also cannot fudge the fudge count. I also don't know how to fudge any rolls. This is just Riley Cross, the man, the myth, the legend.
You really
Right.
don't know how to fudge.
I really honestly don't know how to fudge.
Alright.
So you attempt to come down and kick him in between his legs, and as he finishes that pose, he actually brings his foot around and blocks your foot with his foot.
How did you do that?
Practice.
Oh, so people try to aim low blows at you a lot. Gotcha.
Hey!
Are you actually surprised?
Nope.
Exactly.
No, not really.
Now let me try to pick up my brains off the floor here. Jesus Christ.
Riley Cross
Arceus
is going
Christ,
to
there we go.
attempt to land a punch on Paprika.
Oh, snap!
And for some reason, the legend has died.
Because he came up against the Legend of Diamond.
That is not.
Oh.
So he just misses. Also, what are the odds?
That's pretty
Look
good.
at that.
1
Wow.
in 100.
That has never happened before, ever.
I swear to
Definitely.
God.
Mhm.
You're more nimble than you look.
Well, my dexterity is 19.
Is that
Holy
Hmm.
No. Paprika just sighs and looks down and then looks back up at him. Fine. But I'm not using the frying pan. Believe it or not,
Fine.
there are people higher on the list than you.
Oh, snap, son!
Whoa.
Ooh.
Alright, here goes nothing. Paprika will aim a punch as face.
Crit.
Nope.
Can
you imagine?
What is
That would
your
be amazing.
the AC for your attacks?
AC for my attacks?
So you have weapon of choice, right?
Well,
With
I
the
do,
frying
yeah. With
Yeah.
the frying
Oh,
pan,
but
yeah.
unarmed.
It misses.
Okay.
oh.
So he bobs his head to the side, and your punch just kind of sails over one shoulder, and he
Yeah.
uses this moment to step back.
And, Toby's once again trying to, like, flank him. Let me see if... actually a little bit more sneaky this time.
I'm assuming that I'm going to be rolling a opposing check for that.
Uh-huh.
He notices you.
Dang. Guess he has some bonuses to that, huh? Toby, like, glares, like, dang it!
You know, seeing this performance, I'm really not surprised how you guys got knocked out. I mean, the only one who hasn't is the only one I haven't hit yet.
Well then,
Paprika just looks to his side.
Teach us instead of just, like, standing there and making fun of us while we try and hit you. This isn't helping anything.
she's like, oh my god, she's so frustrated.
Alright. Fine. Let's do some training then.
Good!
And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, out of nowhere,
Oh,
Sparkle blows a whistle
Hi,
Oh.
Sparkle.
and is going to start chasing you around until you run away.
oh God.
Huh?
Toby's just gonna stand there and glare at Sparkle. And, like, hold her ground.
Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm not gonna roll an attack on you.
I know you'd be well within your rights.
Sparkle is going to slam into you
Oh boy.
and it basically sends you tumbling end over end.
I want to see it. I want to see if I want to roll like a counter. Okay. It's like I want to see if she would be able to brace and turn. But I
Huh.
guess not.
You know, the system doesn't allow for that, but if only there was a feature or something you could learn that would allow you to make skill checks as an interrupt.
That's right. I forgot about that.
What are the odds of
That
that
would-
being a thing?
That would be extremely cool if it was.
Huh. Well, you know what? That's such a good idea. Why don't you go ahead and do it? Oh, look. I guess you actually managed to absorb the blow and slide back.
Yay!
All right. I guess without further ado, because I didn't plan on that being an actual combat, that was freaking awesome.
Nice.
Let's go over the new combat features that each of you trainers acquire during this training session. We'll start with Toby, since one of them has already been revealed.
Yay.
What is the other one?
Let me pull up my notes and the conversations.
So the first one,
Thing-a-thing.
which allows her to make a skill check as an interrupt, is called "My Name Is in the Title, Carte Blanche."
Yes. It basically lets her draw on her anime protagonist powers, and once per center visit, she can make a skill check as an interrupt in response to someone doing a thing, which is something that I always try to do anyway without even like really thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because it's what she does. She always wants to react and help and jump in the way of things or whatever. The other one I have is called Anime Prot-Aggroness. In which if one of Toby's allies is attacked and knocked out or enters red health, she can use movement to shift towards the target and perform a melee attack as an interrupt. And if she hits, the target has to roll a wisdom save to against her charisma modifier, which is high, to see whether they are allowed to attack anyone other than her on its next turn.
It's a taunt, essentially.
Basically.
Or not a taunt, a follow me.
Yeah. It basically like in MMOs where there's the tank that draws aggro, that's what she's
Yep.
doing.
The protagonist.
Heyo! Aw.
All right. Blah or Diamond, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right.
Alright, so
Good, because
Paprika.
Just found
Huh?
mine. Nothing. Please continue.
Okay. So Paprika has gained 2 abilities, or features. One is Flaming Pan.
Nice.
Oh?
I think most of us knew this was coming. But, it's a melee attack. And basically, when Chili uses a fire attack, Paprika can use her oil-coated frying pan to absorb some of the heat and flames and make it catch on fire. And then she can use her frying pan to attack on her next turn. And it's essentially a flame wheel move.
Nice.
It's like a flambe from Metopia.
Yes,
yeah.
it's basically that. Now, that is one of them that can get more powerful later on, very easily. Flame Wheel was just chosen as the balance type. You obviously can strike with your frying pan in any way. I'm not going to demand she does like a freaking spinning, it's just for damage.
And then my next one is variety is the spice of life.
Nice.
And
Good
I
puns.
can... So it's one target with a range of 8. And Paprika can throw a spice shaker at a target to deal typeless damage. And she has 3 spices that she can use, and she can use each one once until she goes to another Pokemon Center. She has Salt, which makes the target have to roll a +1 during the accuracy check for the rest of the encounter.
Good.
Pepper, which you have to roll a 1d20 plus con modifier or defense evasion, and on a result of 12 or less, the target flinches.
Nice.
Or she can use Paprika.
Heyo.
The target receives a Paprika coat. If the target uses a fire-type move or is hit with a fire-type move, the coat is destroyed and Paprika uses Incinerate on the target.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh, so it's like powder.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yes, and to be clear, what this means is that let's pretend Paprika uses this and then has Chili attack it with Ember. Ember hits, then Paprika rolls an Incinerate, which will hit. It can't miss after.
Cool.
If you hit with the shaker, that's the accuracy check. So you can combo that pretty well.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yes.
I love it.
And last but certainly not least,
Okay, my features kind of feel underwhelming compared to yours.
Aw.
do they?
A little bit, though I'll let you guys be the judge of that. So, her first feature is called Deep Breathing. Once you declare the use of Deep Breathing, the user's turn ends. If you are not hit by a damaging move until your next turn, you may use Deep Breathing's effects. Gain 75% of your max HP back.
Oh, cool.
So it's effectively a focus punch, but a heal.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Combined with my anime powers, that would actually be really strong. Because I could draw aggro away from you while you're using that.
Yeah, you know.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
As for her second feature, and I can't believe I agreed to this.
It was your idea. You liked it.
Don't give me the... Oh, god dang it.
No, I'm blaming you 100%. I will get the chat log.
Alright, fine. I admit it.
God.
It's my idea.
Oh.
Alright, get this. The feature is called D20's Killed the Viral Video Star.
Oh my god.
And, basically, if I crit fail in combat, all legal targets within 10 meters must roll 1d20 plus their SD evasion or their wisdom mod. My allies make this check at advantage, but if the resulting value is 10 or less, the next attack targeting that target has advantage. So basically, if I crit fail, I can distract people and cause them to get hit easier.
Huh.
I like it.
Yeah, considering my luck in this campaign, this is going to be a very useful feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, every time Mona memes.
Yep.
So you thought that was somewhat underwhelming. Is there something we can do on the fly here to help?
Okay, well, the main thing is, like, oh, you guys get all these really cool, like, combat maneuvers. I can breathe deeply and pratfall.
I mean, when you put it like that.
We can work on something in between sessions if you're really not happy with what you got.
I'm just grumping, don't worry about it.
Alright, if you're sure, I'm serious. Come to me in between sessions if you want to switch something out.
Alright,
You could
I'll
switch out
think
deep
about it.
breathing for something else.
I mean, I'm probably gonna need deep breathing because you know shaman or mystic features use HP, so
Probably.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to give up the meme feature, though. It's great.
Of course you don't.
I can't. As much as I hate to admit it, I can't give it up.
That's what I thought.
You
We'll
also
talk
can't
about
let it
later.
down
Yeah.
or run around and desert it.
All right. Anyway.
Did I make you cry with that?
On the inside.
Keep going and I'll say goodbye.
Well,
I want
can't
everybody to
tell
roll a
lie.
Constitution check.
Okay. Mona's not doing great.
Yeah, not really.
I feel like Toby is running off of pure determination right now, and as soon as they're done, she's gonna keel over.
Please no.
And the session, the brutal session, ends. And you now have your features, and that was basically how tired you were. You're all
Nice.
mostly tired, but
Yeah.
otherwise fine.
Yeah.
Toby's like vibrating with like
Rage.
no, just like energy and yeah, some rage, yeah.
Oh, Riley Cross, he's completely fine, by the way.
Of course he is.
I knew that.
I imagine during the session at some point I had a particularly spectacular fall, and Mona is still laying in that same spot at the end of it.
You fell so hard, you distracted Riley Cross, and Paprika got a hit in on him when he wasn't paying attention.
Nice. Because he has phone out.
Oh my god.
God dang it.
Must get
Wait,
the shot!
But instead of getting another meme material, he dropped the phone on Paprika attacking, and it got a perfect shot of him getting beamed by Paprika.
And it's too bad that you'll never see that photo.
Aw.
No, he'll guard it with his life or destroy it. It's whichever.
All right.
And Toby is now determined to try and steal it and post it on the internet.
Oh god.
So, Paprika, how's Chili?
How is Chili?
Correct.
Well, I imagine Chili's probably a little better, but not great.
You're gonna need to catch some more Pokemon.
Yeah,
You specifically. Have you actually
know.
caught one yet? Like, ever?
no. She has like no shame. She's just like, no.
Well, alright then. You better get on that.
Thanks.
And he leaves.
She watches him go. She's like, 10 for a dinosaur.
Toby like starts running after him, like, we're not done here yet. And then her body like remembers how tired she is, and she facepalms.
So, you get pretty close to the door, and you actually see by the door is a spread of various breakfast foods reminiscent of the last time you guys did anything.
Toby like stares at it for a second and then goes, damn it! Why can't I stay mad at you?
Toby. It's a difficult time in Toby's life.
Yes, it is.
Here, Mona will teach you.
Oh my god. So begrudgingly, Toby goes up to the spread and like releases her Pokemon. That part's not begrudging. She likes sharing with her Pokemon. But she releases her Pokemon and goes up and starts grumpily devouring delicious foods.
Paprika just kind of stares at Toby's Pokemon for a minute. And she just kind of comes up here, takes some food, and goes all the way over here.
Aww.
I imagine now that Riley Cross is gone, Mona just slowly picks herself up when nobody else is looking. Just kind of makes her way over.
Alright,
man.
guys. It's breakfast time. She stares down at the dusk ball. Okay, very carefully now.
All right. So, here is the gist of how this is going to work. Whenever you want Chili to do something, in addition to whatever else she's doing, I need a d20 roll.
Okay.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Chili, I want you to eat breakfast.
And, so... Okay, how about this? Do you want me to describe in general how Chili's going to behave and leave role-playing up to you? Or would you prefer if I role-played Chili for the foreseeable future?
I guess, for now, to get it the most accurate, I would prefer if you roleplayed her.
Okay. So, unfortunately, you will lose any cat sounds. It's just not happening.
That's okay.
I can fill those in if you need them.
I too can fill those in if you need them.
If the moment arises, I trust you to jump in.
That is
Um,
happening.
so, Chili, looks at you, looks down at the food, and does just that. Although you can't help but notice that Chili specifically took some of the food that was on Snow Cone's half in the
Aw.
process.
Oh, Chili. Paprika gives Snowcone a little more food. She brought extra for this. She knew.
Aw.
All right. If anything, Chili is acting a little more distant than usual,
Yeah.
and is kind of just, doing her thing. She's definitely more attentive than the last time, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like how sweetly melancholy this is.
heck yeah.
All right. Whenever you guys are ready, we can move on to the next scene, but whatever you want to do before then, let's do it.
Oh.
I mean,
Toby's kind of fuming as she devours a donut. Because donuts are delicious. And
So
she is yet young enough to not have to worry about her sugar intake.
Hopefully we all are.
Well, I'm starting to worry just because I'm more conscious of things, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I meant our characters, but yeah.
our characters, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically...
Oh, before we head out,
Yes.
does anyone want some baby food?
Oh yeah.
remind
about
me
that.
what that does.
Let me.
Pokemon under level 25 gain bonus experience during combat.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to catch up this boy.
Okay. Well, I think I can. Let me see. I think I can only make one once per day.
Hmm.
If you'd like, I will allow you to retcon that you have been storing this up for the last couple days when you've had nothing to do.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, she said that she's been storing chili, so it makes sense that she'd be storing other stuff.
I imagine that Paprika's been stress cooking a little bit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Baby food of all things, but yeah. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Excellent.
So ketchup, lumber. What about the Litwick?
Yes, please.
All right.
Lewis, my soft boy. I call every creature that is male that I like my soft boy, don't I? That's just what I
Sounds
do.
about right.
Mm-hmm. So,
Am I one of your soft
Point.
boys, Wombat?
You're always a soft boy
Don't.
to me, Blah.
oh my lord.
Aw.
Oh, I think.
Do you want to be a soft boy as well, Kyle?
The only way to win is not to play.
I think there's worse things to be than a soft boy.
Making my friends uncomfortable has never been so fun.
Toby and friends. Making my friends uncomfortable has never been so much.
Can I quote that? Can I add that as a quote?
Yeah.
You don't need my permission.
Well, because usually, last time I added something that I said myself, you guys got pissy about it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fair. Alright. So, if we're done, are we done?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
So, Riley Cross has gone through the effort using something. You never freaking know with this guy. He's gotten you guys express passes to get outside of the city.
Cool.
Cool.
So you guys get to skip all the long lines and whatever. You kind of remember, oh yeah, we do technically pay him to do things like this, so...
Oh, yeah.
This is not outside of the realm of what he's done before. Now...
So,
He's just a man who knows how to acquire things.
did I get any of my
Basically.
health back?
Oh, all of you are full healed. This isn't
Okay.
until later in the day.
Toby, like, the first thing she does upon getting outside the city is find a nice big patch of soft grass and faceplant in it.
You...
Oh my god, yes! I missed you!
Okay.
I never thought I'd see green again.
Don't you wear green?
Well, shush.
Alright, you can choose either end of the path. It doesn't specifically matter.
Oh, yeah, that works. I was about to flip for it. Yeah. I just wanted to flip a coin.
Alright. So, you're walking around outside. The area, you haven't been out of the city in a while. It's kind of nice to be back out on the open road, fresh air, and, you know, not surrounded by reminders of destruction and terror. That being said, I'd like everybody to roll a perception check.
Yep.
So anybody who rolled above a 15, do we have anybody that rolled above a 15?
Mine is 14 plus 2, so yeet.
So, you notice an Emolga who is up in a tree, clinging to it desperately,
Aw.
with its eyes darting around wildly.
Oh.
Oh no, baby.
You also notice that the ground around it looks very weird. It's not green and vibrant like the rest of the area. It looks like it's been, like, milled and turned up and all that sort of thing.
Oh no, baby.
I would like to slowly approach. Just, cautiously, just kind of, hands out like I don't want to, like I'm not going to try anything.
Also, I'd just like to, at this point, say, look! An Emolga!
I know!
Oh my god! just say, for no reason in particular.
Yes?
I assume
No
it's on.
reason at all.
I assume it's on someone's list.
Looks at Diamond.
Hi. Hi, yes, hello. Pushes past everyone.
So, it sees you approaching and is a bit spooked and runs around the other side of the tree.
No, baby. Honestly, that might as well be in character. Toby is very concerned. She's like, "Oh no, sweetie."
I wonder if it's trapped by something.
I mean, on that note, would you like to roll a perception check, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I've received not much.
There we go.
So,
Hiya. Same as before. Cool.
you have no idea why, but that ground has you very concerned. It is ringing off all sorts of alarm bells in the back of your head.
Uh-oh. I immediately hold out my hand to stop the others. Alright, hold up. I don't think we should walk on that.
What are you seeing that we're not?
I don't see anything, but I just have a bad feeling.
I understand.
Now, here's something I'm a little bit sad about. I was like, oh, this is, this seems like a perfect situation to use my new feature, my new Mystic feature. Apparently I have to be adjacent to the Pokemon to use Zoopathy.
Oh.
That is unfortunate.
What's it called?
Zoopathy? I don't know how you pronounce that. Zoopathy? There we go.
Nice.
Basically, I can talk to the Pokemon, but
Yeah.
apparently I have to be adjacent to it first.
We can talk
Lame.
about that after the
Yes, after the
stream if we wanna
session.
change it.
When it's no longer relevant.
Oh yeah, because it'll never be relevant again.
You
Every
never know.
Pokemon Blah runs into being capable of speech. From this point forward.
Alright, well, I guess I can try to channel it at least.
Do that.
Let's see. Dude!
Oh my god, I can't
Oh my
freaking
god!
believe it! It happened! It actually freaking happened!
Yes!
You successfully channel it because you're a freaking meme.
Alright, so context for those of you keeping score. 89. We talked about this. I don't remember if it was on stream when we did, but
It was.
okay. Basically, we decided to swap effectively the number 89 and the number 8, I think, on
Yes.
the D100. So if I roll,
For you only.
yes, for me only. If I roll a natural 89, it counts as a natural 8, and vice versa. So this is actually a really good roll for me.
I paraphrased a little bit, but
That's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's excellent.
Anyway, so
So,
uh,
okay, what can you do now?
So I can communicate telepathically with the Pokemon. I have knowledge of what happened in the Pokemon's past hour. Any attempt at attacking or capturing the channel Pokemon results in the Pokemon fleeing without fail, so that ship has sailed.
For you.
aw.
Oh, wait. For me?
I'm gonna say yes, because otherwise you suck.
Yeah.
Well, this is because you refuse to budge right now on this zoopathy thing. But, you know.
Yep, moving on.
Anyway, so, what happened in the last hour for the Similga?
So, this thing has been minding its own business, and you can't quite tell, but the only thing you can figure out is that for the last 15 minutes, it has been inundated with attacks from mysterious Pokemon that you can't quite recognize. There's a bit of motion blur, and it's like a panic. You feel this panic as you relive the panic of this Emolga. These these blurred figures jumping out of the ground and trying to hit it out of the air, and it'll get clipped with one attack and the other. So what you can gather from this is that it's probably surrounded right now.
Ah.
Oh no!
Yikes.
By something in the ground.
Yikes!
All right. I'm going to attempt to calm the Emolga down. Say it's all right. We'll take care of it.
Sure, let's go with a charisma check.
All right. That's an 8.
Toby's like standing behind, like nodding
gives
determinedly.
it gives you a nod, like I believe you. It doesn't. You.
Toby steps forward. Man, do I? Oh wait, that's right. Is this a touch thing though? I have a way of calming things.
Does it have a ring?
Does that
I'm
range?
checking now. At will target Pokemon or trainers. It doesn't seem to note if there's a range.
I'm gonna say there's not then.
Cool. So Toby reaches out and says really, we're gonna help you, okay? I promise. And oh, there's not even a roll for it. It's just you calm the target.
All right.
I just
So
lose
you
7
succeed,
HP.
and this thing kind of peers at you three from higher up in the tree, and is like, it's obviously not happy, but it's like, okay, I'm fine. This is okay. I'm gonna be fine.
Oh, poor baby.
It
Let's
seems to
see.
be running around on the top of the tree, very nervously.
Oh.
You know, I have an idea. I'm going to stand about right here,
Uh-huh.
send out Sniff,
Yep.
and I'm going to... Let's see, what's the range? Okay, perfect. I'm going to fire an Ice Shard just straight west, using, do you want to build an ice rink?
Do you wanna build an ice
Damn
ring?
Basically, this coats the ground in a ferrous ice sheet. So that's gonna coat, oh wait, probably right here, actually. Yeah.
Alright.
So straight left from there.
Oh, nope. Stop. Refrain. How much HP are you using?
HP? Oh, 1 HP per space. 7.
So, you use this ability that you honed while training with Riley Cross, which brings a frown to your face, but then you get over it and you keep going. And you actually crystallize some roses in the process, but you make an ice sheet,
Pretty.
and you begin to notice signs of movement. The ground is kind of shifting.
Paprika steps forward.
The Emolga decides that with all this commotion, it is now going to flee in the direction in this way. But as it does,
Oh.
a Pokemon erupts from the ground and is going to hit it.
Oh no!
God dang it. The whole point of me freezing the ground there was to give you a path off of that dirt, but alright.
With a horn attack.
Goldeen.
Question mark?
Oh my gosh.
This is a variant.
It's a ground type Goldeen, huh?
Yes, it is a ground type Goldeen.
But, it's so weird.
And the thing, the Emolga kind of spirals as it takes this horn attack, and eventually is able to glide itself down to the ground here.
Oh, heck. Can Paprika try to catch him?
Yes, you can do so. D20.
Okay.
D20 for a capture roll?
Oh,
Or-
100%.
Oh, wait, no,
you
not.
succeed.
I
Did,
heard
like,
catch
catch in
him,
her arm.
and I
Yeah.
assumed she was using a Pokeball. No.
Oh, I knew what you meant.
I'm that mean, yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, you're flying towards me. Time to come with me.
There's a lot
Yes,
of
so
these.
you catch it, and a bunch of Calosian Goldeen appear.
That's... Like, in my mind, I just see, like a beta fish hopping around in some sand.
So, to give you a good idea of what's different, these Goldeen are covered in a more ground-based type camouflage. They're mostly this light brown color with dark patterns to make it blend into the mud. Its horn is a bit wider and stouter than the horn of another gold. And its fins, rather than being flowy, are almost like rigid, like plastic.
Huh.
And these things are effortlessly swimming through the ground.
Okay, that's
Alright.
cool, but I still don't like it.
Yeah, it's
Also, I'm surprised no one's commented on where I came up with this idea yet.
Where did you come up with this idea?
We talked about this during session 1 of the Bob campaign, and I said, I might be able to do that.
Wait, what?
Ground type Goldeen.
Oh my god.
What? I was muted.
Deafened, you mean?
Yeah, no, I was muted. I couldn't.
Oh.
I didn't realize, but I was talking. I'm like, why are people talking over me?
Meh.
Well, yes, combat starts as
I'm
the
trying
Calosian
to find-
Goldeen are going to attack you.
Okay.
But what was the inspiration again?
Oh, the inspiration was we had some conversation during the first session of the Bob campaign, and I was like, for some reason we got on the topic of like a ground type Goldeen, and I was like, filing that one away for later.
Heh. Well, you're welcome for the idea.
Hit.
Yep.
Anyway. Cool,
Anyway,
battle time. That means...
I've been looking for the past several minutes, but I can't focus because I'm trying to engage as well.
Would you all like to release some Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to try to use lumber for this one.
Alright,
I might have Sniff standing by for emotional support.
gotcha.
Let's see, just to make this a bit easier, I'm gonna zoom in.
Screw it. I'm using this music because I just like it.
Let me guess, F-Zero?
No, actually.
Oh.
Oh. Damn it.
Partly because the first thing I thought of was like a whack-a-mole thing. And I'm popping out of the ground. I'm like, oh, game corner.
Give me a second here to fix that one. Son of a...
It's fitting enough.
Yeah, it seems to work for me.
Table copy and form Goldeen.
There we go. No, that's the wrong one.
Need to go back to my inventory. Okay, cool.
There we go. Oh my god. Alright, Toby, would you like to release a Pokemon?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been a little bit distracted. Yeah. Bismuth time.
All right.
Yeah, you mean bismuth.
As much as I'd love to train Lewis, I don't think that's a good idea with ground types.
Yeah.
Not particularly.
Yeah.
Goldine 27 is going to use Tail Whip on Snowcone.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
Oh,
Ground type or
I
grass type move.
goofed slightly. You ran into Alex. You have the item, the razor
Oh,
claw.
okay.
I
was
completely
wondering.
forgot about that.
Okay. I thought it was just coming later.
Nope, I just goofed.
That was our bad for trusting the GM to remember to do things.
Yep,
Um,
that's a mistake. You guys shouldn't do that.
Huh.
Let me see.
Wow, yeah.
No one in particular. The diamond, heads or tails?
Tails.
I guess the Emolga's going next.
Okay.
The Emolga,
From Paprika's arms?
yes.
Okay.
He's going to use Quick Attack on the one that just attacked, Snowcone.
Hey, be careful!
Ugh.
Look.
It flies back into your arms and tries to, like, hide. I'm gonna use my frying pan as a...
You cut out right at that moment.
Oh, as a hiding pan.
Oh.
That's what I figured at what you were saying, but...
Alright, Goldie 23. Is going to slide right on in. And, going to use Peck
Oh, of
on
course.
Lumber. Actually, which move would it use? It has alright. 4 is a reroll. Oh, yeah, Peck. Huh, what are the odds?
God dang it. Ow.
Bismuth, it's your turn.
One sec. I'm still. Oh, this is decent. That'll do. Okay. This music's a little too perky. So, and you're mentioning F-Zero gave me the idea.
Alright
Hell
then.
yeah. Okay. Sorry, what all have I missed while I was busy looking for better music? Oh geez, Lumber. No.
I know, I'll use my grass type against the ground types. Wait a minute. My grass type doesn't have any grass type moves. Wait another
Oh,
minute.
yikes.
These Goldine have Peck.
Oh, they do? Ugh.
I cannot
Alright.
win on training my Pokemon.
Well, Bismuth is... Well, first of all, Toby is moving away from the things. Actually, no. Toby is going to end up right over here, and she's going to use another of her empath features. Light healing power. 1d12 plus 6 plus twice charisma modifier.
Alright, so let me know how much that is.
plus 6. Whoop. 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. 22 total.
There we go.
Yay.
What does that look like?
She, like, gently rests her hand on the Emolga's head, and there's, like, this soft, warm glow just underneath her hand, like, between her hand and the Pokemon. And, like, if you were able to see aura, you'd see, like, little motes of light floating between them, but otherwise it just looks like she has her eyes closed, and the Emolga relaxes for a second, and some of its wounds close.
Very nice.
Yes, because she can do that. Anyway, Bismuth is going to move over here to get better line of sight on the freaking the Goldeen that's attacking Lumber.
23.
Yes, that one.
All right.
And is gonna use Razor Leaf
Go
on
for
that.
it.
Yeah.
Hits, roll damage.
Yeah.
Woo.
Nice. That's pretty solid.
Slams into it with a bunch of leaves and actually causes it to retreat a little bit.
Nice. Nice. Good.
Anything else?
Nope.
Sniff. It is your turn if you'd like to use it.
Okay, so I know I can only command one Pokemon per turn, but if I use Sniff's turn now, does that mean I just can't move or do anything with Lumber?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I will point out that since Lumber has been attacked, he has participated in the battle.
Okay. Good. Lumber, come back. This feels kind of cheap, but like, I mean,
It's how it works.
As I quietly stuff Lumber with baby food.
it's like, you know, Mona has a great idea. I'm going to send out my grass type against the ground types. It turns out not to work so well, and then immediately returns the. I mean, it's in character.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We'll just go with that. Gonna Ice Shard Goldeen 23.
Go for it. That should still hit. Roll damage.
Sweet. Yes.
And it is knocked out.
Yay!
I'm gonna store it over here because my box is a bit of a mess right now.
Nice.
Alright. Would you like to do anything movement-wise?
Let's see here. I think I would like to step over here. Also, since I am channeling the Emolga, I know its moveset and everything, and I could potentially borrow something.
There you go.
Alright. Predictably not too useful in this encounter, but...
I mean, yeah.
Can I borrow Cute Charm?
That is not how that works.
Dang it.
But she's so cute!
I mean, I guess I could borrow Quick Attack. Like, the Interrupt is not a bad idea.
Yep.
All right.
Borrows pursuit. One of them tries to flee. Mona flies across the map. Like an anime character being launched out of a cannon and just kicks it straight in the face.
It was
Oh my
tempting,
God.
not gonna lie, but I'll stick with the
It's
Quick
like,
Attack.
Like Whirlwind Sprint from Skyrim, where it's just like, you go into a ready pose and then suddenly you're over there.
Yep. Alright. Goldeen 35. I'm looking for a random target. That is a very unfortunate random target. And I am looking for a random one of its moves. And that was the reroll. Oh, are you kidding me? Heck!
Ow.
On to Snow Cone.
No.
Dealing
Oh.
a decent amount of damage after the defense drop.
Oh, I forgot the. Okay, but you did. Okay.
Goldine 25 is gonna sidle on over here and attack Sniff with a random one of its moves. Ah, okay. It's gonna use Horn Attack.
Alright.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Goldine 24. Who's it gonna go after? Really? It can do that. Goldie 24 disappears and pops up directly next to Paprika to attack.
How dare!
Wow. Okay.
I'd like to
random
warn it
stat,
how-
bud.
I'd like to warn it how ill-advised that move is.
The Emolga actually leaps off of your back and distracts it just enough that it misses.
Cool.
But
Aw.
it then goes to hide in your hair.
Oh,
Oh, baby!
is my hair big enough?
So I
it's
like
it is.
totally. It's doing that thing where it's hiding by you can't see me, I can't see you.
Okay.
I would like to propose Paprika like slowly turns towards the Goldine, her frying pan clenched in one hand, and just goes, "Omae now."
Nani?
Oh, God.
The sound effect is lined up with the frying pan lighting on fire. Anyway, on that note, Snow Cone!
Okay. Well, Snow Cone.
Oh, I love that meme.
I
think
see
Snow
you
Cone
win.
should
I see you win.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Snow Cone should attack the two in front of him, although one is going for his trainer. But we'll go with Icy Wind.
Or you could
All right.
position yourself here and attack both of those going down.
Well, I know, but the two in front of him are staring him
Right.
in the
I'm
face.
just saying if you wanted to attack the one that's attacking
Yeah.
Paprika.
So, that unfortunately misses.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, well,
I mean, I'm
Alright.
pretty sure you guys have some inspiration you could probably use if you'd like.
I mean, on this,
I mean, this would be a
I
pretty
guess one.
heavy hit. You're doing it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so Snow Cone's inspiration. That'll hit both targets. Roll damage on each.
Okay.
By the way, from this point forward, please do your best to keep track of inspiration. I'd rather not just, assume you guys have one, but I'm pretty sure you did.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This
I know
includes
how to
trainers
do that.
and Pokemon.
Oh, right, I forgot they have separate.
Yes.
Oh, I have to check if I have anything in my notes.
Alright, and that hits both of them and lowers speed. Alright. So now we are back at the top of the turn order with Goldeen27, who has been hit pretty hard by that thing and is going to do its best to deal with it using Horn Attack.
Yeah, I should have stepped up further. Oh boy.
Whew.
Yikes.
Wow. The Emolga is going to fly over and attempt to take out that other Pokemon with a quick attack.
No! Poor baby.
And it misses and ends up over isolated and all alone.
Oh,
Sweetie,
dear
no.
God.
Bismuth!
Okay. Bismuth is gonna... My god. Razor Leaf is at will? Well, why not then?
I know. I feel like your Pokemon would be cooler if it didn't have Razor Leaf, because then you'd be using Vine Whip all over the place.
Yeah, right?
Mm,
Let's see. I'm gonna take out that one that, is low on HP. It's
Alright.
like, yeah.
With what?
Razor Leaf.
You're very fortunate that that hits.
Ooh,
uh,
I forgot that Razor Leaf, the disadvantage is the accuracy check is 4.
Yes, but that does hit, so please roll damage.
Hooray.
yeah, that is
Deadage.
definitely good enough.
And, let's see. Toby is gonna send out Lewis behind her.
Alright.
Because she has an idea to kind of
Yes.
help with support.
Alright. Sniff.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, sorry,
no,
was
never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me!
Sniff, it is your turn.
Okay.
Your move. Use Thunder Wave on these! Haha!
Oh wait, I got it.
All ground type bosses for the rest of the campaign.
Oh my god.
Avalanche on Goldeen25, who attacked him last turn, and
Go
thus...
for it. Roll Deadage. Assuming you hit.
Or wait, I should be rolling accuracy first. Okay.
Roll Deadage.
Nice.
Hurrah!
Wow.
Wow, really?
I know. I was surprised as you.
Alright then. As for me... I'm gonna throw a Pokeball at Goldeen35.
Okay. Give me a second here. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
Wow.
that very much works. Also, thank you
Yay.
for fixing the error in the capture roll thing.
What was the error?
So originally it said minimum roll to capture. as
Oh,
opposed
yeah.
to maximum roll to capture.
Ah,
Right.
yeah.
Cool. Alright. 35 has been removed from this
I
combat.
did try to retcon something before this session. I wanted these at lower level, but fine, whatever. My mistake, your reward.
Cool.
Oh, snap, son.
And I'm gonna step here. Yes, here.
Are you Blah or Mona in the system?
I'm blah.
Blur.
Did that work?
Yes.
Yes. So there you go.
Cool.
And as always,
Grounding.
nature stats, ability we can work out after the stream.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
Sorry.
Roll a d20.
Me?
Yeah. You almost slip on that ice.
Oh boy.
If I'd rolled a 1, you would have made me slip, huh?
100%. And oh, wouldn't that have been so terrible for you?
Oh, yeah.
That would have been the worst. Alright, Goldine 25. Goldine 25 is going to step back and use Mudshot.
Of course.
Rude.
I'm gonna Ice Shard as an interrupt.
Yeah, go for it.
God dang it.
Alright, roll the accompanying. You find a way to trip Mona and she falls on the ice.
Wow.
It's okay, it's like Sniff, like...
The ice shard startles Mona.
Sniff does this, like, epic maneuver where he, like, spins around, like, slinging his arm around to throw an Ice Shard, but accidentally hits Mona's leg in the process, and she slips.
My god.
Exactly.
Toby sees
Mona,
this and she's
please
like,
take
oh,
1d8 pride damage.
Toby sees this, she's just like, oh dear.
Alright, so, the attack, then...
Oh, you actually got to take that damage.
Oh, really? Fine.
It's damage to your pride and the back of your head.
Gotcha.
Ow. It's like psychic damage in D&D. It's to your mind, but it still counts as damage.
Yeah.
Ow, my legs do not like being
And
folded
your
under
speed
me.
drops 1 combat stage.
Yeah.
Goldine 24. Knows an easy target when it sees it and is going to target Snowcone with Peck.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Whew!
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, that was
Oh.
close.
Cool.
Oh boy.
God, imagine if Paprika's, only, like,
my
healthy
God.
Pokemon died.
I would feel so unbelievably terrible.
Don't say that, please.
I would
Don't
feel...
even think about it.
I'd feel so bad. Alright.
Eyes forward.
Did Snowcone's fainted. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, you had,
I had a turn earlier already.
Yes, so... The Emolga is going to attempt to take revenge on Goldine 24. Quick attack.
Oh. Wait, does Paprika get a turn though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get a turn. At the middle of the round.
Okay.
So that's the Emolga. Bismuth.
Well, she didn't have a turn, last round, though.
Oh, did she not?
No, because Snowcone fainted too early.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she went at the beginning of the round, but she obviously went at the end of the previous round. Yeah, go. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Paprika's gonna
Please
use
point
a
these
revive.
things out to me. I'm doing my best.
Anytime.
Go for it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay. Oh, Paprika's gonna use a revive.
Ah, okay.
See, I think that brings him up to 20 HP.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Bismuth.
Okay. I'm gonna actually pass on this turn so that I can have...
All right. Sniff.
Okay, Sniff used Ice Shard, so he does not have a turn.
Goldine 25. He's going to charge in and use Peck.
On Sniff?
Yes.
I'd like to interrupt with quick attack on Mona.
Go for it. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. Go for it.
Ow, ow. Ugh.
This is not going to do much.
You got him in the room. I mean,
The quick attack heard around the world. That was also max damage, Mona quick attack.
Wow.
Nice.
That was a max damage Peck. What are the odds? 2d12s both roll 12.
Oh my god.
What are the odds?
I was never good at probability, otherwise I'd give you a tongue-in-cheek answer.
Goldine
Math is
24.
hard.
He's going to also with a also a Peck.
Oh boy.
Ugh. It's kind of shocking I stuck with engineering as long as I did, considering how bad I am at math.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow. I made the right call in the end, though. And now I will be much happier.
All right. Sniff is now fainted. Snow Cone and Lewis.
That does
Snow
make
Cone.
sense, PK. I think that makes sense. 1 in 44.
okay. No
It's
code.
actually 1 in 12. Well, oh wait, no.
Correct.
2d20 or 2d12 rolling 12. Yes. 2d12
Nice.
rolling the exact same number. 1 in 12.
Ah.
Because it doesn't matter what the first one is.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Right.
since Snowcone fainted last turn, can he use Icy Wind again? Because it's every air turn?
That's gonna be a no from me.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh, well, I still have Powder Snow.
You also have Razor Leaf. Just, you know.
Yeah, but that's one target.
Oh. Oh,
True.
yeah.
So we're gonna go with Powder Snow instead.
All right, go for it. That hits both targets. Roll damage.
Oops.
Nice.
I
Can
accidentally
Stover
flipped
heal
them up.
Nose Pass with an Ice type move? That is a good question. Kyle, what do you think?
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
God dang it. Well, it was worth a try.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
You don't want to run BRD.
Okay.
Maybe we can make that a future feature idea.
And
Future.
Paprika's gonna move up here and use a potion on Snowcone.
Yeah.
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 It's just slash potion.
Yep.
Or it's slash heal space potion.
No potion. I almost remembered.
Yeah.
All right. Lewis.
She would bring Emolga with her.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't have a choice.
Okay.
Yay.
It's funny
Okay.
that we had the illusion of choice for that.
Ha! Alright. So, Lewis is going to target... Gosh, is there only one left now?
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Lewis is going to go... He made all those noises, definitely. Gonna go over here and use Ray on the remaining...
You know, a Nightshade would probably
Oops.
take it out.
Oh, you're right. Can I retcon that? Because that's a good idea.
Using that accidental accuracy check.
Yeah, that was an accidental accuracy check.
So, I'm gonna say yes, but not for the reason you think.
Okay.
Because I would have probably told you that Confuse Ray was a bad idea because,
It's a column?
it's a column.
Oh, it is?
Ah,
No cone is within range of that. So
That's
I didn't
right.
even notice that. Okay, then yeah.
So yes, I will allow you to retcon that for Nightshade.
Because I wouldn't do that if...
Right.
Yeah, Nightshades. That deals 17 damage.
Okay.
ah.
Ow! In that case, what do I have? Yes, Toby is gonna throw a Pokeball. Toby is
Go for
gonna
it.
move to where she can actually aim the Pokeball. 'Cause, yeah. I can't even see what, okay. The die was blocking. She's gonna move over here and yeet a Pokeball at the thing.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that's not the right thing to roll. Oh.
Oh,
I mean, I can't imagine. Yeah, that works.
Yay!
nice.
That was in character, by the way. That yay.
Wombat, what is
Dear
your...
Lord, that
are you
attack
Toby?
stat.
Yeah, I know.
I'm Wombat.
Okay. That was...
Oh,
There we go.
Wow. This thing.
Yeah, I did not expect that. That's why there was that moment where I'm just like, oh, wow, okay. Like 19 attacks, son of a...
Yeah. I mean...
All right.
Cool.
So... Give me a second to figure out how I want to do this. Left side of the box.
I would just go ahead and nose pass. Here's my Goldie if you need it.
I will borrow it very quickly.
Yeah, Wombat has a power team. Yeah, kinda. But, let's see.
So,
I could only carry 3, though.
this is hysterical. It's almost as if I meant this to be a teaching moment for how this is happening moving forward. So, I've covered this with my players already. I'll let you guys in on what's going on. I've come to realize that the system I developed was discouraging my players from catching Pokemon because you only had 4 slots, and it's very difficult to keep a Pokemon up to level if it's not in your party. So I developed a system to give them more of an incentive to catch more Pokemon. Essentially, if your Pokemon participates in a combat, you get 1,000% of the experience. If you have a Pokemon in your
1,000%.
100%.
Okay.
1,000% effort.
You're not even typing! How did you do that? That was a verbal typo!
Your 1,000% experience. Like, heck yeah, please.
It's called a wordo.
Plus 25.
Birdo.
All right. Anyway, if you have a Pokemon in your party which does not participate in the battle, it gets 50%. If you have a Pokemon in the PC, up to 3 of them can gain 25% of the experience. This is just to provide an additional way for them to get experience and catch more Pokemon and yada yada yada. So, the reason I make this comment is, if you had only 1 Pokemon participate in the battle, you get the full amount. 1,000. If 2 of them did, both get 750. If a Pokemon didn't participate in the battle and you had it in your party, 50%. You guys don't have any Pokemon in the box quite yet, so nothing gets 25, but you get the point.
Oh. Cool.
Oh, wait. Baby
So it
food, too.
It actually.
Oh yeah, baby food multiplies that by 25%?
It adds
Ooh.
25%.
So it
Not
gets
multiply.
1,000. Let's call it gets 1,000. I'm being generous.
Yay. So both Lewis and Bismuth get
alright.
1,000 then?
Lewis gets 1,000. Bismuth gets 750.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Uh,
baby food, right.
Snow Cone gets 1,000.
Hey!
Okay.
All right.
And
Oh,
then
26, I'm not even
Ivan
trying.
gets 500.
Yes.
Yay! I like that. That makes it a lot easier. And Ivan
Right. I
levels up.
still want to incentivize, obviously, catching using Pokemon in battle to train them, and I also want to incentivize your main team should generally be in your party, but you know.
This is nice because Chili just keeps gaining strength.
Wait, Mona
Wait,
can
Mona?
learn Sonic Boom Growl?
Why did Mona grow to level 7?
This is a token I use to use her quick attack.
Oh,
That's hysterical.
that's amazing. Oh, that's
Mona grew to level 7.
wow.
All right, so now I can take Shaman.
No! So,
Yeah.
yes, Calosian Goldeen, also known as Sandine.
Or
Sandine.
Groundine.
Grounding.
So essentially, as anyone with a Pokedex would tell you, Calosian Goldeen evolved when a section of an ocean on the coast got separated by land, and eventually over time the water in that body became less and less and less, and the Goldeen adapted to be able to survive in both the ground and in the water. Then when the water completely evaporated, they, had enough evolution capability to get used to completely operating underground. So these can effectively swim underground as effectively as a normal Goldeen can swim through water. It uses its horn to drill through the earth, and its now more firm flippers to help move dirt out of the way as it swims.
That's rad as hell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Basically, it no longer has a surface or underwater capability. It has a burrow capability of 8.
Cool.
All right, cool.
You can change features or abilities and natures and whatever in between sessions if you so wish. Within reason, sometimes I don't give Pokemon certain abilities for, like Technician and things.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that after this stream. And Wombat
Yay.
may or may not need a Sprite.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is I figured it was about time for another special Pokemon, so this was it.
Cool.
Cool. I like it.
Is anyone actually going to use it in their party as one of their main 3?
Probably not. Maybe.
That's fine.
It's a toss-up. I'm
But
still
I really like Lewis.
still thinking
Oh,
about
of
number.
All right. So that is the main stuff I wanted to get done this session. If
Yay.
you guys would like, I do have a second combat encounter.
Oh, wait a minute. What happens with the Emolga?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a very good point. The Emolga is sitting on your head.
That's adorable.
Paprika just stares up at it. I like this guy. He's really cute. So
Kind of is.
she very quietly, very gently reaches into her backpack and pulls out a Pokeball.
Are you looking at it while you do this?
Yeah.
All right. Roll a capture check.
Okay. She's not gonna throw it though. She's gonna like poke him with
Yeah.
it.
Ooh.
Yep, that is gonna work.
Yay! Lucky number 13.
Yeah, apparently.
Nice.
I like 13.
Oh,
It's
I
my
hid
favorite.
the token because I'm good at video games.
What a sweet friend. And Toby is just clapping delightedly, like, oh, what a sweetie!
I know.
I'm glad we were able to help it, and that it joined our team.
Look at you, Paprika, actually catching your own Pokemon.
Hardy har.
Well, that's rude.
What? That was a
True,
compliment.
So, same thing applies with the Samolga as for everything else. Also, thank you for actually catching it this time. So, nature. I base the personality based off the nature. But it's up to you. You can change it. The stats is obviously you can change the ability to anything but static.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm already pissed off at one of you that will not be named for
I wonder who-
paralysis-related offenses.
I wonder who he could be referring to.
Yeah,
I
it beats
know.
me.
Who could I meme?
Wow.
I mean, you can meme anyone you want. It's a free country.
At that moment, you receive another text notification from Riley Cross linked to another meme of yourself.
God dang
God
it.
damn it.
Oh, it's so great when I could take in-universe revenge on my players for outside of...
Wait a minute. My phone is broken, though.
Well,
No,
the
the
screen is
screen's
cracked.
cracked.
Then how do I know? Or wait. It's
You
still
know.
It's like a crack.
functional.
It's like a crack across the top
You
of the
just
screen, I bet.
know.
Okay. It's not like I have any familiarity with smartphones. Anyway,
Toby offers to get it fixed next chance they get.
Mona politely declines.
Watch that this broken phone is gonna somehow come back to bite her.
Oh god.
Like 10 sessions from now. Fighting like the mid-boss of the campaign.
Wait, the mid-boss at session 20, so there's going to be 40 sessions?
I
was about to make a joke to that.
I
To that
was
effect.
joking, but you get the point.
I mean, not that I really mind, but, you know.
I mean, we'll see how long I can take this plot for.
Anyway.
So, that being said, I'm perfectly good with ending it here. I can also continue.
I might opt for ending here, depending on what the consensus is.
I could keep going myself, but, you know, if people need to, you know, sleep or whatever, then that's fine by me.
Yeah, I have, there's stuff I want to do tomorrow, and there's also some other stuff I want to do tonight.
I'm always good to keep going, but if Wombat has to go, that's fine.
Oh,
Kyle?
blah! Please, make it so that tokens only load when they're meant... God damn it! It's the damn config file again!
That is an interesting set of, errors. This
That's
is your,
hysterical.
nah. 3D.
Alright, how about this?
Ah.
I can give you a little preview. No. I shouldn't do that. Alright, how about this? This was meant to be the main encounter with the most interesting stuff. I have another set of encounters that you can catch more Pokemon. There's no, like, you know, Colossian Pokemon, or literally the #1 Pokemon on someone's catch list. You're welcome. Ignoring me was about the appropriate response there.
Nice.
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm a little bit distracted now.
I think that was directed at Diamond, actually.
Oh.
It was.
I am standing my ground.
Nice.
I heard nothing.
Okay.
Well, I guess that one swablew over your head.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Callbacks to session 1, ladies and gentlemen.
And I will never
Incredible.
be forgiven.
Yeah, you're forgiven. It just took me 10 sessions.
Wow.
See, I feel like I can give you guys the ability to catch more Pokemon later. And I'd rather not run the risk of this lasting long. This honestly, the point of this session was 1,000,000% about expedition and exposition.
Expedition.
Nice.
And an expedition to catch more Pokemon to kind of set the stage for the next arc of the campaign. With the last session, we have officially ended what I am unofficially calling Arc 1 of the campaign. We are now entering Arc 2.
Oh boy.
All
It's
right.
exciting.
Yeah, so I can add more despair into your life.
No. I made
Hooray.
a soft, sweet girl to be happy, not to be.
Which makes her the
crushed.
perfect contrast to all of the despair. And on that note, thank you all for watching. This has been session 10 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends. Hope you like what you saw. If you did and you're not already, be sure to follow Blah. He does a variety of streams, including next on Wednesday, which will be
It is up to a poll on Wednesday. Let's see here.
all right.
I believe it's
Be
pretty
sure to-
neck and neck, actually.
Neck and neck between what?
Zero F0
F-Zero X and Pokemon Eevee Edition, which...
All right, so be sure to get in your votes for that. If you're just interested in this campaign, be sure to check out the Discord. You'll get notifications of when this campaign is running. It's usually once every 3 weeks, possibly sooner or later, depending on real life and how much it decides to get in my way. Otherwise, if you just like the Pokemon Tabletop in general, tune in next Monday where it'll be another episode of the Bob campaign.
Yes.
Where I need to go to therapy afterwards and have my migraine pills ready before the session.
Oh,
I'm running that one. And
Yes, you are.
it's turning out to be something. That's for sure.
Yes, that is true. But with that all said, I've been Kyle, your GM.
I've been Blessed, Pigwee.
I've been Diamond.
And Wombat.
And we will
Your
see you
local
all
memester.
next time.
And TJ.
Good night, guys.
Try not to interrupt each other
night.
now.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Now let's all talk at the same time.
Uh,